I hate so much of what I'm about to say, but I think, despite the fact that he's yelling Dora stuff in the chat, Carl may be my best hope of understanding what's happening. I need someone to explain to me, not like I just want to explain to me like I'm an old person, okay? Explain it to me like I'm 60. What is happening with the Grimace shakes? What is going on? Liz, thank you for the resub. Ashley, thank you for the resub. I super appreciate it. But also, like, what's... I know that the shakes exist and it's supposed to be like a happy birthday Grimace thing. But, like, suddenly, there's just constant videos of people, like, drinking it, and then there's, like, a grisly murder scene? What's happening? Like, I feel like I missed a leap somewhere. Something happened where, like, people were like, this is the thing we're doing. Okay, Carl also doesn't know. So that makes me feel a little bit better, but also, like, also worse. Anyways. Hey, everybody. Hey, fun fact about resubs. While we were doing the lead and stuff, I was like, oh, I need to add some stuff to my planner while I'm thinking about it. And I opened my planner today, this exact day, not like, oh, yesterday or oh, tomorrow. June 28th is the anniversary of me getting a sub button. It's my affiliate anniversary. That's wild. So yay, I guess, for that. Thank you, everybody, for all of that, all that good support over years. So many years. I've been on the internet too long. I've been on the internet too long and I still don't understand what's happening with the thing, with the shakes. So, okay, Wartburg, not uncapped. But I've thought for like a long time, I was like, so many people do like subathon things, and I'm like, if I did one, what would that look like? Like, what are the incentives that would even make sense? Like, what are the games I would do? What are the things I'd be like, oh, if we get to this many, I'll do this, we do this. I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do. But I've thought about it for like a long time. Like, trying to come up with something. So, who knows? On day 28 of it. How do you even do that? Like, I didn't understand, Jackie, not Geeky Fried Rice Jackie, Alfredo's Jackie, recently did like an uncapped subathon, and I went for like a couple of days. And I'm like, what do you do? Like, there's no way you were up and live and awake that entire time. I can't imagine. But maybe? I'm like, and 28 days for sure, not that. Like, what do you do? A couple of days ago, she had a friend live stream the Disney fireworks show, and she broke down in tears. Oh my gosh. Like, good tears or I'm exhausted tears? I feel like that's an important clarification to have, given 28 days of a subathon. Gee. Like, at that point, the subathon is going on too long, where the resubs are gonna start happening. She's gonna stream forever. She's just gonna stream forever now. That's how it works. God, anyways. Everything's fine, except for anybody. It's not fine, though, because we have imploding submarines and Grimace shakes, and I don't even fucking know anymore. Everything's wild. She can't leave the house because of her condition. She's never seen it before. Okay, that's cute. Took her on all the rides on Disney via live stream. Okay, that's cute. That's adorable. I love that. Alright, so anyways, how's everybody doing? Other than everything being on literal fire and the air is full of smoke, and Billionaires be billionairing. If you ignore all those things, hey! 39 months, thank you so much, Flash! Appreciate it. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Scarlet recently. Yeah, it's too much. God, I'm saying it right now, we're not talking about Tears of the Kingdom tonight. We're just not. We're just not fucking doing it. At this point, I'm saving all of my Tears of the Kingdom thoughts for when I finish it, and then Sassy and I can do our shenanigans. Sassy, when do you leave? You've told me before, and I wrote it down. Do I remember where I wrote it down? Absolutely not. When is your shit? And if you don't want to say on stream, that's totally fine. You could just message me. But I need to know. Partially so I know when you come back. I'm assuming you're going to play a lot of Zelda on that plane when you're not sleeping. Yeah, job searching is also a fucking nightmare. Especially because, like, most job listings aren't real. That was an upsetting article to read. It's a bit warm in LA this week. Still cooler. Yeah, what is it right now? Hey, Google. What's the current temperature outside? Oh, it's only 95 right now. And I didn't even get a... But with the current humidity, it's blah, blah, blah. I think it's the coolest it's been in a long time. When I got on the plane last week, when I was at the airport, bright and sunny Wednesday afternoon, it was 106. The AC was not working in the airport either. It's good times. Good times. Any hoodles. Persona. Let's talk Persona stuff, and we can talk other things when we get into it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Some of you know that when Jeff left on the Sunday, when he abandoned me on my birthday, the AC was not working at the airport. Yeah. I don't know if they got it. I can't imagine it was broken for 5 days or 4 days or whatever that was. I imagine it has to have rebroken, probably just because it's so ungodly hot, and our entire grid system sucks. So, it wasn't great. What was great, though, is I was like, well, I've got a little bit of time before my flight, and it's hot as fuck, so I'm gonna grab a smoothie. And, like, that'll help cool me down or whatever. And I ordered a small because I wasn't gonna pay $11 for a big one at the airport. So, like, that's insane. I'm not paying airport prices for this, so I just paid for a small. I was like, this will be fine. This will get me through. But, like, the guy who was working the blender clearly was just, like, not all there. I'm not sure if he was actually stoned, or maybe he was just very hot because, like, and just out of it from that. But he got distracted, and he made me a large, and so they just gave it to me. So I got a large for the price of a small. It was dope. I was very excited about that. So I have my nice strawberry banana smoothie. There was something else in it, too. A strawberry banana and, I don't know, something. But it was good. Please ignore how janky all my nails look. That one's just completely naked. My nails did... You guys know how I said it was, like, it was nice that they all grew out because I couldn't do stuff while I was sick. And I was like, it was only a matter of time before they start breaking off. I've broken five so far. Broken or ripped down really, really low. My thumb looks like a toe right now. I don't like that. It's womp womp. It's also like both of my thumbs ripped down really low. Like really low. I was like desperately gluing it on so that way I could like make it last as long as possible so it didn't like hurt super bad and like bleed and stuff. And it grew out just enough where it's like, okay, it's coming off and hopefully it's fine. So now there's like a part of my finger that's exposed that like just usually isn't, and it's so sensitive and it feels weird and it's stupid and I hate it. I'm just like, grow faster, get better. Anyways, we're in a Persona. Last Persona stream, I think. We finished the 3rd palace finally. I can't believe we've only done 3. How is this possible? But we finished it, so now we're in downtime period. So I have some recommendations from James on what to do, assuming I can find the people I need. And we're just gonna be doing that. So hopefully less cutscenes and more story time tonight. Not like I have a lot for stories, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what comes up organically. That's not where I want that. I need this over here. All right. All my audio thing's gonna work. Maybe. I need to pull up schedules for people. Maybe. I'm hoping not. Well. Oh, I think it all worked this time. I know. Oh, I'm gonna need to know. I know where that fucker is. I don't remember what days, though. I had a notebook where I was writing this down. You know what? I take back what I said, Liz. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I did not write down that dude's schedule. I know where Maruki is supposed to be, but I don't remember what days. I don't remember where Kasumi is supposed to be. She's also on my list. I'm also supposed to spend time with party members. So maybe we'll spend time with Gwen today. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, everybody will grab your various ice creams, beverages, whatever floats your boats. I'll wait. Guys, it's 6:25 in game. I think it's 6:28 for realsies right now. I think we might actually, like, hit in-game day, real day magic.
Try to drink, they'll punch you in the face.
What kind of punch me in the face? It's harsh or?
It's a very intense whiskey flavor.
Okay. Anyways, you want to tell me what it is? You want to also say hi to people? Wait, is Ashley here? Is Ashley still here? Ashley was here. We're gonna do it just in case. Hey, mwah!
Hi, people. So it is the 2021 Texas Whiskey Festival blend that we got at Crowded Barrel.
Okay.
Made into an old fashioned.
Blend number 4.
Blend number 4.
Oh. Oh, it's a shame that's a very limited.
I know.
Do you think they're gonna be? Hold on. I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, Ashley. Oh, here's a fun thing for you. So he's not traveling right now. He's gonna be home for a little bit, and then when he leaves again, he's gonna be gone for 3 fucking weeks. 3 weeks. There's a chance he might be gone for 2 weeks and then home for a couple of days and then leave again for another week. But it's gonna be a fucking lot. I don't know why I'm putting my microphone over there. I was putting it away. What the fuck? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Partially because, like, there's like a pattern that I go through where, like, when he's gone, it's like, yeah, I can eat stuff he doesn't like, that he judges me for. This is great. And I'm like, okay, no, I should really, like, get my shit together. And by the time I get my shit together, then he comes back. But that's not gonna happen this time. I'm gonna be left alone for 3 weeks. I'm gonna be responsible for feeding myself for 3 weeks. I will have a newly made rug tufting frame and a little machine that shoots scissors out at 1,000 RPM alone for 3 weeks. Anyways, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. And Ashley, to your second, to his bosses not know he has a wife and children at home, what will the puppies do? They're gonna get very destructive. Not looking forward to that. Yeah. I do have a funny story about his bosses, though. We'll get to that later. Oh no, unsupervised jet. Exactly. Oh no is the correct response to that. You're gonna be unsupervised for 3 weeks. I got an interrobang on that one. Hell yeah. Yeah, Turbo Doom Scissors. It's gonna be a lot. Oh my god. I should make a Doom Scissors rug. That would be funny. I'm gonna add that to my rug list. I've started a list of all of the kind of like easy-ish sort of shapes I want to start doing. Dude, I went to Joann's today. I was just gonna look at yarn. Nope, that's not how you spell that. Fun fact, it wasn't scissors I misspelled. It was Doom. I was just gonna poke around and like look at yarn because I've never had to look at yarn. I don't do yarn crafts. And I was like, I want to like, I know what kind of yarn I need to like be looking at, but I was like, I don't know exactly what types are and what the price. Like, I was like, what kind of pricing am I looking at? Because 1 square foot of rug, which is not very big, 1 square foot of rug takes an entire skein of yarn. And I'm like, have I made a grave mistake? And I was like, how expensive is it? And so I went to go just do that. And I saw a bunch of colors in one brand, and I was like, okay, I think this actually like matches what I got to use in the workshop. It's like, cool. It's like, okay, what other colors? Like, and it wasn't like organized in any kind of way that made sense. Like, they clearly have too much yarn for their yarn section. So like the value yarn was like, some of it was here and some of it was here, like across from it, but also down some. And then there was an entirely different section where some of it was. So I had to like keep walking around in circles. And I was like, what other, I'm just going to look on the app. I'm just going to go to Joann's app for what colors are, like, what is this brand? Look it up. Look at all the colors. And when I pulled it up in the app, it's like, oh, instead of being $4.50 for a thing, it's $2.79. I was like, hell yeah. Okay, that's cool. And I was like, I'm looking around. I was like, I don't see any signs, but like, this is in the app. It doesn't say it's online only. I'm like, sure. And like by one of the 3 sections of this yarn, there was actually a little sign that was like, hey, these things are whatever % off. And I was like, cool. So it's like, it's much cheaper than it usually is. I might as well get some of the things I know I'm going to need while I'm here. Because I was like, you can't use coupons on the things that are like that massively on sale. But I did have one you could use. It was like, oh, get like $10 off a $50 purchase. And I was like, I will easily get $50 worth of yarn because of how much of it you use. Hey, Fusion's here. What's up? So I start loading the cart. I was like, I know I'm going to need a bunch of black. Outline everything. I'm going to need a bunch, but not as much of white. Like, that's cool. I know I want to make a long dog dice rug. I'm very excited for that. I was like, cool. I actually have one of my stickers like in my little wallet. I was like, cool. Pull that out. Start trying to find yarn that like matches that. The other things that are on like my easy to do list. I'm not sharing that one because it's a secret. But I was like, I know I'm going to do a Pokeball. I was like, oh, like a Yoshi egg would be like a good practice. There's a bunch of curves in that, but also like big shapes to like practice carving. Something cool. So it's like, let me find what colors I want for that. It's like, there's some colors I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's very pretty, so I'm going to find an excuse. So I like I actually go, I don't know if I've ever gotten a cart at Joann's. I don't know. I can play the game. I can hit this button. I don't know if I've ever gotten a cart at Joann's. I was like, I'm getting a cart. This is not a basket day. This is a cart day. So, oh, sorry, the cat's not going to let me leave. I remember this. Let's try to make some lockpicks. Will you let me do that?
Okay.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Oh, I can make go-homes. I wanted one of those at one point. I'll make more lockpicks. Do that. Can I, hey, Liz, you're here. Can I make like 2 lockpicks and a go-home? Like, can I get up to 4 across everything? Or do I have to only pick one thing? But anyways, so I start loading up on all my yarn. And I get up to the register. And when she looks at my cart, and I was like, before you start scanning everything, I want to confirm. It's like on the app, it shows these are like on a doorbuster deal right now. And she's like, oh, no, it's online only. I was like, weird to call it a doorbuster on the place there are no physical doors, but okay. And I was like, cool. I'll just put in an online order for in-store pickup with these things in it, and I'll go put it back, and I'll just come back later. And she's like, she's like, it'll take some time because I have to manually do it on each individual scan, but I can honor it here. And I was like, oh, you can pick 4 across things. Okay, all right. So let's do 3 lockpicks.
Yeah.
You lied to me! Unless it's gonna let me do it one more right now. Oh, never mind. Okay, you're fine. I just take it back, Liz. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
We're good. Everything's fine. So I was like, cool. There's like I'm here on a Wednesday morning. It's totally fine. So I was like, there's nobody behind me, so as long as you don't mind doing it, that's okay.
Yeah.
So she starts like, she has to scan one, type in the thing. Scan the next one, type in the thing. I went on and bought one of their big, like, oversized, like, reusable shopping bags. It's like, I'm just gonna throw all of it in here. So as she's scanning, I'm putting them in there so that way we know we're done. And so I'm not counting. I just know it's like a lot of yarn. It feels like a lot of yarn, but I didn't count how many there were. I was like, cool, I know there's supposed to be $2.79 a piece. And she's like, okay, cool. She's like, your total is 34 whatever. And I was like, awesome. And like, I've watched her scan all of them because like it's going from the cart onto her part of the counter and then she moves it to my part of the counter and I put it in and I'm watching her scan them. It's like 34, awesome. This feels like a lot of yarn for $34. I'm very excited. I was like, I could have gotten more, it turns out, to like get to that threshold to get my $10 off. But I was like, that's fine. I don't know. At some point I have to store all of this. I was like, this is all good. It's okay. So
That Kaneshiro truly was an evil stain on society.
I automatically made that shit stain when I was reading it. We'll pause my story and come back in a second.
Same with Kamoshida and Madarame too. They hurt and exploited others just to satisfy their desires. Still, there were people around them who noticed their terrible deeds, weren't there? I wonder why they turned a blind eye. Why doesn't anyone help?
They're too scared.
So it's because they don't have the courage. Humans are so weak.
You say that like you aren't. You keep going, I'm human, but then like also will be like, man, humans suck. And it's like, is this you figuring out you don't want to be turned back? Is this you recognize? What is going on?
Humans. Hey, do you think I'll really be able to become a human?
No, but I can't tell you that.
When I touched the treasure, some memories came back. I tried to force myself to forget, but I really may not be human.
Hey, I've been saying that shit from the beginning. Just be confident.
Who do you think you're talking to?
A cat. I'm insane.
Now that I think about it, I gotta be human. I am the core of the Phantom Thieves, after all.
There's a lie about that sentence that doesn't necessarily have to be true. Okay, that's great. Chance to obtain an item when Joker performs a melee attack. Well, I don't ever do those.
All right.
Come on. It's not good for you to stay up this late. Let's go to sleep.
You just laid in the middle. This is what Tucker does. When we let him up into the bed, he goes right into the middle of where one of our torsos is supposed to be and curls up in a tight little ball and then immediately passes out. So you feel terrible trying to move him, but there is no other option. And he looks so betrayed when you touch him. Oh, man. Or it just does the zoom in and then just goes to the next day like it's no big deal. Liz.
Our master wishes to speak with you. Heed his words.
Yes, to your re-asking. Teller's requested Bluey emphatically. So we have to relegate you to my phone for now. That's fair. That's fair. Does he want... Wait. If I'm on the TV, does he want to do the thing? I don't want to say the words in case he doesn't have the appropriate accessories for it. But if it's... Cause that's what I want him to do it to your phone, because I see that going terribly for so many reasons. I'm gonna wait. This is very important. I was gonna make a command. I didn't need to, because Pathos was on it and made a command in real time last week. Never mind. He always went, okay, but I want to make sure he's got a thing. I don't want to upset him. Everybody raise your glasses for a cheers. Cheers to my little nephew. I love you. Cheers. I hope I didn't jump the gun. You let me know if I need to do it again. I don't want to cause a meltdown. Making notes app to screenshot and text you a picture. Oh, hell yeah. Liz, you're incredible. The unbeatable team of Pathos and Liz.
You've defeated the repulsive fiend of gluttony this time. Well done.
Okay, so are they all 7 deadly sins? Is that what this is gonna be? So that means there's 7 of them. We're not even halfway. God. Sitting with me on the couch leaning way forward saying cheers. Yay!
I am glad to see you have devoted yourself to your rehabilitation.
You are not worthy of such kind words, inmate. I suggest you treasure them.
Do you recall the whispers about that strange man?
You're gonna have to be way more specific.
Even a chicken could remember something that important. Don't sound so cocky about it.
Ah, Chuck. Chicken. Ah!
This is about the cases of those people who shut down, is it not?
Indeed, I speak of another with powers similar to yours.
It's gonna turn out to be Angus MacDonald, and I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed because I fucking thought he was suspicious from the beginning. But I'm also just gonna be pissed in general. I think I'd be mad regardless. But if I fucking nailed it.
If you are to complete your rehabilitation, you may encounter him eventually.
He's just gonna appear in the cell next to me.
Yet another thing for me to look forward to. It would be greatly troubling if you were to not strengthen your abilities.
Oh, don't worry, Alyssa, I also hate it. So.
I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift.
I'm getting just so many deeper bonds today. Well, we're at 6 with you. That's not a new ability. That's just that's just how that goes.
It's time, inmate. Return to your world.
Alright, anyways, back to Yarn story. So, I get out to the car, and I'm like, man, another cutscene. Fuck.
Hello? It's me, Makoto. Were you sleeping?
No, it's fine.
Thank goodness. There's something I feel I should let you know. Kaneshiro contacted me.
Uh-oh!
Kaneshiro? He said he's calling off our debt. It seems he's disposed of all the photographs as well. And, my sister and her team have taken him into custody.
Oh, shit!
What?
It appears they did not want him to disappear, if you know what I mean. His group was called a mafia, after all. I wouldn't put silencing him past them. Does this mean we were successful in changing his heart? It's hard to say for sure yet. I see. What about those psychotic breakdowns that Kaneshiro mentioned? I'm not sure, but I assume he was talking about the incidents that have been all over the news lately. It really may be related to the other person who has been entering palaces. True. That said, all we can do now is wait until Kaneshiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. Thank you.
Just hang up. Perfect. Oh my god, stop! If she is about to say the things that we just covered in the phone call, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, this is at least different. Is he on us? No, I'm gonna go with culprits. I know it's far too late, but I have to maintain ignorance in the text communications as much as this game is gonna fucking let me. Alright, so Gwen is gonna be in the student council room, which is not surprising. What will be surprising is I don't remember where the fuck that is. No, it's not surprising to you guys. I just mean I'm never gonna find her. Although I'm hoping maybe it's a fast travel point. And I can just pop in there. I don't know what days, but she'll be there.
Well then.
Oh shit, the shopping!
Hey!
Oh god, I have so many things to do. I have 4 texts? Dude, me, Jen, real life, if I look at my phone and 4 different people have texted me, I'm turning off my phone and going to sleep. That's too much. Oh my god. Oh. Oh god. Pleasant wave. Hi! Hi, sweetie! I love you. Doesn't want to watch Bluey anymore, does he? He wants to watch his cool aunt yell at weird people on the internet. Oh, we're not even talking about that, actually. Anyways, yarn. So, he gets to the car, and I'm like, 34 feels way too low. It feels way too low. I felt like I had, like, 20 things of yarn, because, like, I got 5 black and 3 white, so that's 8 immediately. Before I do anything else. And I'm like, at like 34, just because my phone is in file. Oh my god! It's so precious! I was like, I got a bunch of other colors. Like, I know I got 2 red. I know I got the gold and kind of like a denim-y steel blue color. And like the turquoise. I'm like, that's another 5 right there. I was like, this doesn't make sense. So I get home. I have 22 skeins of yarn. At some point, I think, even though I heard the beeping of the scanning, I think the computer just got so overwhelmed by her hand keying the whatchamacallits, the discounts in to make it match the app, that I think the computer just froze and gave up. So awesome. Okay. I really love, Liz just texted me the schedule thing. I'm gonna write it down. My favorite thing is that she sent me part 1. She's put the person's name and in parentheses, put what I call them. I don't have a nickname for Maruki. I just keep calling him the guy. So he's Maruki on here, and then we got Kasumi, parentheses, ponytail. Makoto, parentheses, Gwen. Yusuke, parentheses, Mercer. I appreciate the dedication here to this. All right. So Maruki is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, great. And I sort of know where that is. Cool. And then we got Yusuke, after school. 2nd floor. Alright, Yusuke, there we go, was after school. That, oh boy, my notes are a tragedy. Shibuya Station. Underground walkway. Hell yeah, nailed it. All right, and then we got ponytail. Oh, you're the hard one. Joji. All right, nailed it. We got it. We got it. All right. Carl. Ooh, that's gonna be rough, Carl. Carl, though, what ice cream did you have? Snacking raspberries. Hell yeah, I've been doing a lot of snacking blueberries. Anyways, yeah. Pokeball, Yoshi, Long Dog Dice, secret thing. I do want to do a Hylian Crest at some point. I don't know what colors I want to do it, though, because, like, doing it green and yellow, it feels, like, too obvious and also, like, too, like, in your face. I was like, I want to come up with other color, like, something. Like, I found, like, I didn't get it today, but I found, like, a really cool, like, mossy green. I was like, I want to do something with this mossy green. So, but I don't know yet. I've seen a lot of like practice rugs. Somebody does like essentially like a citrus like wedge, like a piece like this is like a piece of lime or something. It's very artsy, and it's like okay, that would be good practice. We talk about Flowey. Flowey's on my list, and now I got Doom Scissors on my list. A Doom Scissors rug I think would be very funny. All right, so I'm supposed to spend time definitely with both of you because you're actively in my party right now. Scary Flowey. I haven't decided what facial expression Flowey gets for rug purposes. Let's do... Oh, he also said I should spend time with Doctor. He did straight up say that. Shit. Chat! We haven't done a vote in forever. Oh, I meant to do a time to I hate all these options, and I forgot to do that. Quick, just in the chat vote. We don't need to make it a formal poll. Do I go hang out with On? Not Kanji or Scary Doctor Lady? Those are the choices. We're not gonna hang out with Mercer because he's not in my party. I got so many options. We got so many for Doctor. Oh, I don't like that. Doctor it is. Oh, she wants to check me out. Let's go. Oh, see, the fact that Liz also said Doctor is concerning. Although you liked her enough to cosplay her, so I'm slightly less worried. Alright, let's go. Oh, I need to go sell stuff at some point too, don't I? Because I was in the palace. Why do you have an eye test chart on the wall if you're not gonna, like, if you're gonna just be like, I don't know what to tell you? Why is this the thing? Alright, let's do the trial. His list, straight up, oh, I don't want to click out of the thing, because then everything will get funky. His list, straight up, number 1, party members, which I think at this point are Gwen, Kanji, and On. And then he said, number 2, this is the exact list. Kasumi, guidance counselor, Robbie Damon. I know who Robbie Damon is, and he did tell me where to find him. So I do know that. 3, do the doctor thing. He says I should start talking to the teacher. I hate that. I hate that. We're gonna do that. The two genders mustache and bow tie. Didn't it just say it will get... Hold on. I swear it just said it'll... What's the button for seeing the fucking... the log? Yeah, okay. Oh, what is happening here? I feel like I can become closer. Oh, because okay, no, I got it. I caught up. I'm gonna get a bigger bonus to what happens today, but it's still not enough to bump it to the next level. I got it. I made it. I got there by myself. Yeah, we're gonna hang out, even though it doesn't fucking do anything! Sure, invite her to the fucking park. What an outfit for an outing to the park. Oh boy. God, anyways. What else do I got? Talk about rugs. I don't think there's anything else to talk about with rugs. I ordered the rest of the stuff that I needed, so I got tufting cloth on its way. Jeff is building me the frame this weekend. Say the frame. There's actually gonna be 2 frames, so I can make 2x2s and 3x3s. So, What's on today's menu? Oh, I got 3 music notes. Do what? God. I got real nervous for a second there. So yeah, so I was gifted the tufting machine and the shaver, which is great, and some of the cleanup stuff, which is awesome. I do need to use my little yarn spinner to spool everything up so it's not in a skein. There's that. I ordered the projector so that way I can trace the images. The tufting cloth. And the little like lint remover to clean everything up. So I got all that stuff. There's other things I feel like will make life much easier. Oh, and the adhesive for sealing the back. So, oh, if you want me to just suddenly do a 5K in jeans? You want me to do a 5K in jeans?
I'm grateful.
What the fuck? The chafing! God. How awful. I want to learn tufting. I'm excited. Like, doing the little workshop thing was cool. I'm excited to do more of it and be able to, like, feel less pressure when I'm trying to, like, play with it. Because it was, like, cool. It's like, we are here at this time, they close at this time. Like, I have a specific window I have to get this accomplished in. So, like, just being able to be like, cool, I know I don't need this corner. Let me just, like, fuck around and get the feel for it. I'm excited for that. Night-night, sweetie! Bye! Oh, my phone's going pee-pee again.
Inmate.
No, I definitely haven't forgotten about my special assignment. Creepy lady who lives in my brain, but also can be outside sometimes. Do you wanna... I know what it is. I want to make sure you know what it is. You wanna tell me again? I'm supposed to take them places. I think that's what it was. Oh my god! Oh no. Don't be curious. At least not in the group chat. That's for private time. Oh, Kosei. What is that the school Yusuke's at? Okay, I don't like that we're just throwing out another name of somebody already. We don't usually throw around names willy-nilly. So that's something. Also, Hifumi is a name that is just permanently fucked up for me thanks to Danganronpa, so I don't like this already. No. Stop. Kanji. No! No! Okay, yeah, An is right. Oh my god, no, stop. 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 I hate it. Don't do this. Oh my... No! Absolutely not! No! I'm not gonna do that. No!
Let's ignore
Okay,
that idiot.
yes, thank you.
Anyway, a shogi expert, huh?
Yes.
Striking an enemy with but a moment's inspiration? Skillfully strategizing toward victory? Those might actually be good tactics to know for our work as the Phantom Thieves.
I don't like what's happening here.
Said she's at the church in Kondo, right? We should check it out when you have the time.
No! I don't wanna! Confess your regrets and the path forward may become clear. Jesus.
All right.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to do it. Oh my god. Oh shoot, that's right. I meant to do this. Okay, shopping. What do we got? Dark power set. I don't know what the black robes do. Black robe and black rock. Are these good? Oh, Liz is gone. Shit. I don't think so. I probably don't want them. Cursed tools? What? All right, now I gotta start Googling what these things are. Hold on. Oh, hey, somebody just placed an order on the site. That's cool. Like, literally, as I picked my phone up. All right, great. So let's see. Persona 5, black robe. Look at that first. This item is also necessary for itemizing certain personas into armor? What does that mean? What? That feels like a thing I probably want. Okay. Black rock. Let's check that out. Okay. Oh, so you use that to, like, make fusion. Okay, interesting. And then we've got a... Oh, no. 5-inch nail doll. 5-inch nail. Oh, 5-inch nail. No, just kidding. No, doll is on the next line. Deals 50 curse damage. Okay, so yeah, so that's a do damage thing. And then straw doll. Oh boy. Medium chance of doing curse type damage insta kill on one target. Okay.
Hey, hey!
I think I want that. I don't think I'm gonna have other people do curse. I'm shopping, Liz. My choices are a black robe with 2 black rocks, or a number of 5-inch nails and a number of straw dolls. I think it was 3 and 10. My gut is, I don't think these things all just do curse damage. I feel like I should do this thing. I feel like I should, if I'm doing either of them. I feel like I don't need items that do curse damage. Because although I haven't had much need for curse damage yet, but if I get to a point where I do need it, I'm the only one who can do it. So maybe having items so other people could do stuff would make sense. No, we're doing this. We're doing it. I know as soon as I hit the button, Liz is going to be like, do the other one. I know. So I'm like stalling. You would take the cursed items. Interesting. I'm gonna do this. I'm not intentionally ignoring what you said, but just thinking about like how I play. It was like I don't tend to use damage items. So I'm gonna do this. James is gonna show up and be like, no, you should have done the other one. It'll be fine. This will be fine.
Well then.
Okay. How do I still have more shit on my phone? Who are you? I don't remember this man. Who is this? I feel like I should go hang out with On, but like, what are you? Oh, the politician guy. I forgot about him. You're not on my list, sir. Oh, speaking of lists, Liz sent me more shit. I genuinely forgot this man existed. Sorry, you're not on my shit. We're gonna go hang out with you. Okay, so let's see. We got On is Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh God. Friday. Underground. Mall. No rain. Will I know what that means later? We'll find out. Ryuchi. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Class 2D or arcade at Central Station. Cool. Add that to my shit. I really don't want to call my teacher on the phone. Maybe it's just someplace. Yeah, sure. Let's go somewhere. Is Penguin Sniper the darts place? I'm supposed to go to the darts place. Can I kill two birds with one stone? Yeah, let's play darts.
Well done.
Okay. Oh,
Well then.
there's like a bunch of people here. I thought only one other person would come. Okay, that's fine. Like, great, but like also what? Okay. 5 rounds to bring our score down to 0. Okay. Doing as a pair, okay, that's great.
Hey.
Okay. Get our score down to 0. How is this a thing I have to do? Let's do 301. I think okay. That is, we start at 301 and we have to get down to 0? Is that what's happening? Oh God.
You can do this.
No, I can't. I don't know what's happening. Do I have to do things? Ah, I do! Okay, alright, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Use this to... Oh, I'm gonna fucking use my mouse. Oh, except... I don't know how to rotate and adjust my aim for the other one. Okay. Move. That's rotating. Okay, great. Uh-oh. Hold. Right trigger. Decide where to throw. Aim shifts, you can reset. Oh, God. Oh, there's already too many buttons happening. Okay. At the target area. Okay, great. Oh, fucking 2 tutorials in a row. What the shit? Okay, this is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's... Okay. Goal for wants to lower your score to 0. Press X to check the values. Each area and aim for the best score. Using 3 darts per round. Best is when your score goes below 0. Okay. Below 0 is bad. The round will end. Your score will be... Your score will be voided. Ah! You're near 0 to be able to check. You'll be able to see how to obtain the points needed to clear. You need to check out. Okay. Okay. They're just going to be determined by the challenges. Oh, no!
Sounds good to me.
I just whacked my controller against the desk so it hit a button. Okay. Oh my God, what is happening? Okay. I do not understand what's happening. Okay, 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 okay. Why would I not just try to go for the center? I feel like there's a reason I could, like, why not just do it? Oh, you guys can't see it says 301 right behind my head. Amount of time I've replayed darts in the final few blouses. Alright. So I do that. in the... Okay, wait, what the fuck button do I hit now? Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm where I want to be, I guess. Done rotatey things. Oh, I hold right trigger, that's what it is. Okay. Oh, my God. Guys, I drink during this stream.
For real?
This is gonna get worse as the day goes on. Okay, great. Okay, this is fine. Can you Robin Hood this shit?
Yes!
I'm probably screwing myself, but that's okay.
For real?
Yeah, for real, for real. Hey, exhausted vegetables, you're not kidding. James, thank you for the resub! I'm gonna get James in here. James, fuck darts!
Exhausted vegetables, everyone.
This is so many things. I was gonna ask how you are, but considering it's exhausted vegetables, I feel like I have the answer to that already.
You are most astute, investigator. It's just hey chat, it was a long work day. It was one of those days where I was in meetings from 8:30 to 4 o'clock with a 30-minute break, and I was talking
nervous.
for all of them. And I'm just,
Ew.
yeah, just my social energy is a little tapped, but I'm an extrovert, so I'm gonna rally for you, chat,
Okay.
and for you, Jen.
Yeah, you can. Well, I appreciate it. Do you at least have a tasty beverage?
I do. So what
give it
I've
a go.
done, I've taken a glass with 2 square, like perfectly square, clear ice cubes. I've poured some ginger ale over it, and that's it.
All right. Beautiful. I hope you enjoy your ginger ale.
Thank you. How are you? How are you, Jen? How are you, chat?
I'm doing okay. We let's see. What have you missed? We did a doctor trial. It did not increase our bond, but I at least did shit. And now we're here doing this with On. I forgot about the politician existing for a bit. He texted me and I was like, who is this man? That was fun. We did have a cutscene, so we had to pause story time for a bit. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything too crazy.
Cool.
So-
Well, I'm glad to hear I didn't miss anything too crazy.
And also me panicking about how many buttons are involved in trying to do darts. Oh, now I have to actually pay attention. Okay, all right. So I need to do a bullseye, 2 bullseyes, and then the single 11, wherever the fuck that is. Okay, that's where it is. Okay,
So-
great.
If I may, I would like to limit the amount of time you actually have to play darts.
Okay.
You can level your party members up twice in 1 round of darts if you let them close out the game.
Okay.
So what you want to do is in round 3 get something where your final score is under a 20 so they can hit it with at least 1 dart.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. So I want to do like 2 bullseyes and then just fucking beef it?
You can, yeah, as long as the remaining score is under 20 going into round 4, you're setting yourself up to let your party member close out the game, and then they'll level up twice.
Okay. All right. Because otherwise I have to do math, and I don't want to do that. So we'll try doing 2 bullseyes and then just fucking yeet it into the black.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Drinking while doing this is a choice I have made.
You know, I've noticed that it's a little unfair when I play actual darts that this little scope thing doesn't show up.
Don't worry.
I think it's very rude that I don't have that in real life.
Right? Like, yeah, I'd be so good.
You'd be
All right.
so good at baton passing too. Because the important thing is that you clap your hands, you high five afterwards, and that's what levels it up.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'll give it a go.
try keeping that up in my everyday life.
High fiving or playing darts.
High fiving. Just being
Okay.
like, this is gonna make everything better if I high five.
I feel like high-fiving is a lot like skipping. It's really hard to frown while doing it.
I'm gonna make a point of trying to do that now.
For real?
Okay.
Please do.
Okay, On, I believe in you. Please. Please.
So
Finish it.
one of these is the correct answer. The other two will not grant you the boost.
Oh, God.
So you have to think about On. What would motivate her?
Well, not the middle one. Do I just go with like, yeah, you can finish it, or just like, hey, it's like a normal thing? Fuck. Just play like normal. I'm gonna do that. If this was Gwen, I think finish it would be more appropriate.
Thanks!
Well, remember that when Makoto comes out. Like,
Yeah.
Bonk. That's it. Did it.
Boom.
So now you should do 2 levels.
That was so much fun!
Yay! Nailed it.
Way to go, Kyoko. You're a valued member of the team.
Oh boy. Anyway, speaking of exhausted vegetables, Dude, my short little 48-hour stint in Michigan last week, I still don't think I have fully recovered from that.
That was a lot. Nani just flying, but a lot of social energy needed to be spent.
Yeah, it was a long day to get out there. Like I left the house around 1 on Wednesday, and I landed at 10:30 at night. And so like that was just a lot. But then the next day was the day. I don't know if this has been a publicly said thing. So Jeff got a really cool promotion at work. And it's very awesome. I am very proud of him. He has worked very, very hard for it, and fought very hard to get this job. But it is at a new level where like he's at the level of leadership now where they were all like, hey, we're gonna do like a dinner to celebrate you joining essentially like this new like office of the man, like this whole new level at the company. So we're gonna do that with a bunch of other people that are like his bosses and his boss's bosses and the other people that are on his level, and like all these things. It's like we want to do this dinner. We will pay for Jen to come up too. It's like that level of a thing where they're like, we're gonna pay for your spouse to also travel. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, well, shit, like I kind of have to.
So I have a very important question with this promotion, Jen.
Okay.
Does he get a key to the executive bathroom?
I will have to ask him.
Okay.
When I was at the office, because I finally got a tour of the office building, because I used to work at the same company, but that was when they were still in like their old buildings that were like falling apart, and like around the time that I left that company is when they're like, we're investing in building a new campus. So I had not seen the new campus. I had only seen pictures of it. When I call it a campus, they have their own dedicated, they have a FedEx on site. They have a Starbucks on site. Like this is a big place.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I got to go, like he gave me a little tour and he did not show me the executive bathroom. So either he kept it secret or he doesn't have a key to it. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out.
I mean, I know it's a little hard when you're working from home to use said executive office.
But he's there. He's there a week a month. So
That's true.
So
yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, he has a dedicated desk there. So, yeah, look at that. Look at all those little stars. Everything's great. So we're gonna do this dinner thing. So we did the dinner on Thursday. I had not met any of these people before. All they know about me is whatever has come up in a conversation with Jeff. Which reasonably means all they know is what I do now. That they constantly see me, like, most of Jeff's background when he's on video calls is mostly an empty wall, but the door to the garage is visible in it. So they see me go in and out of that. And of course, people are like, why is she constantly going to the garage? So, like, they know I make dice, and they know I work in film. Why
is she wearing a respirator like Breaking Bad? What is she doing in there?
Like, that's all they reasonably know about me. And it makes sense that's all they know about me. Like, why would my other background have come up in this? So it's very clear that he just got bonus points just for watching me be super good. Oh, am I doing another one? Can I do another one?
You can.
Oh shit. Sure.
Yeah,
Why
you
not?
You can make your team killing machines for the next palace. But I mean, who
God
knows if
damn.
there's another palace? Maybe the game will end in like a day or two. Who
Dude,
knows?
okay, you don't have to confirm or deny, but a thing happened where Igor made a comment to me. He pulled me into a dream thing, and he's like, oh, I see you defeated the whatever of gluttony. I'm like, fuck, are these all 7 deadly sins? That would mean there's 7 palaces. I've only done 3. I hate everything. So anyways, I had that moment earlier. Moving on, back to this. So we're doing fancy dinner with fancy people. It's weird to be back in Michigan for the first time since I left. Like, when I packed up the car and drove down here to Austin, I have not been back to Michigan. By design. Like, I was like, I have no interest in this. It's like, I don't know anybody there. I don't like, if it's a great area if you like beer. I'm not a beer person. The weather sucks. I was like, no, I don't have a reason to go back. So I just haven't been back. And it was super weird to drive through this town that I have not seen in 6.5 years and have it be simultaneously exactly the same and completely different.
Let's go.
And, Sanchoco, thank you for the resub. So like there were areas, I think the most jarring difference is that there's like a little convenience store that's been in downtown since before I started college that was like tiny and kind of run down and like looked a little sketchy. I never went into it, but it was always there. And their sign out front always said special this week. And like that was printed on the sign, and then they had like little letters they could put in and move around or whatever. But despite the fact that they could move the letters around, from the time I started college until I left several years ago, and until Jeff saw it 2 months ago, the special was ice cream. It just always said ice cream. Special this week, ice cream. And it's been that way for like since 2006, okay? Like it's literally said that for 17 years.
It must be really good special ice cream.
And so the last time Jeff was in the area, he saw it and he like sent me a picture. He's like, good news, still ice cream. So when I got there on Wednesday night, we're driving through this area to get to the hotel so I can go pass out. We drive past the convenience store and the sign is blank. After 17 years, ice cream is no longer on special. And I don't know what to do with this.
You know, it's tough economic times for everyone, including special ice cream.
Right? God.
Yeah, let's go.
Anyways, so I'm in town. So I get there late on Wednesday. I pass the fuck out. Thursday, I just work from the hotel coffee shop until it's dinner time. So we go to this dinner. And I'm meeting all these people that I've heard stories about, and I've already formed opinions about. And I'm not going to share any of those opinions on a recorded online format. But there are people that I've already formed opinions about. And then I'm meeting a bunch of people's spouses too. And I was like, I don't know. I know nothing about you. So you come in with a clean slate. But I was like, I'm meeting all of these people. And they're finally meeting me. And we're having a conversation, and I don't remember what happened exactly, but like someone made some kind of comment like about what I do or my work or whatever. And I came back with something a little bit kind of snarky. I know that shocks everyone. And Jeff's response was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "She used to work here, on this team," and like named the team. And that's when a couple of the people kind of sit back. They're like, "Oh really?" And it's like, "Yeah, my background is actually in physics and chemistry." Yeah. So like I worked on this team, and I was this person, and this is who I worked with, and the things I was doing. And they're like, "Oh." Okay, I was like, yeah, before that, I did dark matter neutrino research, and I went through, like, that whole thing of what I used to do, and, like, one of the people at the table was like, oh, like, genuinely looked shocked, and then goes, "Oh, you're the smartest person at this table then," like by like a long shot. Like, I completely put them back on their heels. They had no idea. Just watching them all like have this moment of realization of like, oh, she's not just the artsy film girl. She just landed an artsy film. She actually is the smartest person at this table. Fuck. And like the energy at this table changed immediately.
You are literally the textbook definition of arts and sciences.
Yes. It's like they were always in the same category. Why not? Yeah. I loved it.
You are the ampersand of arts and science.
Oh man. Not Kanji got a 1 and then a bullseye. That was what a ride that was.
It was an emotional roller coaster.
It truly was. All right. There's like other like little like tasky things I'm supposed to be doing for like. There's like this challenge guide. So.
I don't want to spoil.
Do I need
anything
to do this?
I have never once looked at that menu
Cool.
in 4 playthroughs.
Perfect. I will not worry about it then.
Yeah. So I had a similar experience of shocking people at a table, except mine was at a 6-year-old's birthday party.
Okay.
So Justin's oldest daughter, one of her classmates had a party at their house where they had one of those giant inflatable slides that goes into like a inflatable pool. So it was perfect because it was a really hot day. Yes. And everyone was having a great time, and it was Pokemon themed because the kid who was having the birthday was very into Pokemon. So, you know, there's Pokeballs everywhere. Gift bags have a sleeve of, or a packet of Pokemon cards. You know, there's the whole thing.
For real?
What just happened?
You got triple 20s.
Yeah, it was that. I didn't I'm mad that I've realized that the bullseye is actually not the highest value thing. Now I'm salty. But I didn't expect it to do like a thing.
Yeah. You had the cut in, but so we're at the party and we're getting ready to cut the cake, and the cake is just decorated with Pokemon, and I'm helping Justin's oldest daughter, you know, sift through the sea of children, and her friend comes up to me and goes, "Hi, Justin's oldest daughter's dad," which I think it's really cute that they all call her internet name, even in person. And he goes, "Do you know who's on my cake?" And I could tell he was feeling so proud, and like he was so proud of the cake. And I looked at it and I go, "Yeah, that's Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Pikachu. You're just missing Charmander there, Chief." And he looked at me like, "How do you know Pokemon?" And I looked back at him, I'm like, "Yeah, Pokemon came out when I was a little kid. I remember everything. I was there when it was created." And he's like, "Whoa." So, yeah, you were blowing the minds of engineers and chemists, and I am blowing the mind of 6-year-old kids at a birthday party. So, you know, same thing.
I love it. I have no idea what the right answer is for Yuji. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. Oh, maybe. That feels like a good response. Do I know if I hit the right one because he does actually get the 0, and if I got the wrong one, he fucks it up? Is that how this works?
He would look more despondent
in
his sprite if you picked poorly.
Cool. Oh, Sanchoka wants us to drink water!
No way!
Sassy, it was definitely you merely adopted the Pokemon. I was born in it. It was either that or Aslan from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Like, "Do not quote me on the Pokemon lore. I was there when it was created."
I like that. That's also the thing Ashley also just said in the chat. So both things got covered immediately by everyone, and this makes me so happy.
Yeah, you know, Jen has a type for her community, and we are the type. It is I. Get some proficiency.
Heck
you leveled up some. You got some music notes with your buddies. They're gonna be more effective in combat.
Oh, what do I got? What do I got? Oh, just more proficiency. Why make it a separate thing? Just do it all. Oh, I got an achievement.
Way to go.
That should do it for now.
Now, I will say,
see you later.
It is kind of funny playing darts with Morgana, because
She
He's
doesn't
a
have
cat.
thumbs.
Yeah. But he makes it work. I'm very proud of that. Not
Who's
human.
gonna come talk to me? Oh, hey, it's Angus
I made it on
McDonald.
time.
Hi,
I
Robbie.
suppose I'm still safe if you're here. I can't be late today, too.
You seem busy.
Well, I don't deny it. I have much more work in television because of the Phantom Thieves. I have permission from my school, but it's still tough to do both. I can't keep complaining. Well, let's both do our best today.
I'm gonna push you onto the tracks. I don't trust you. I know, like, I'm only going off of one small thing that happened, but I feel like that's enough. Oh. Goodness. Anyways, how was the rest of the birthday party?
It went really well. Everyone enjoyed the cake. They had a Pokeball pinata.
Nice.
And this was the first time either of my children got to experience a pinata.
Uh-oh. I have thoughts about how one of them responded to this.
Yes. So all the kids got in a line, and the parents were very clear that there were 2 swings only. And all the kids were doing it at various levels. Like, I could tell which kids are playing baseball and which kids are not. You know, some were just tapping and some were like getting in a full baseball stance to take a swing. And then Justin's oldest daughter goes up there for her first pinata experience. She takes the bat with both hands, but she stands like, the only way I can describe it is if you ever watch like a kendo expert about to chop like a vertical piece of wood, like feet are perfectly parallel, bat is off to the side, and then she just starts swinging in like a figure 8. She doesn't stop at 2. She keeps going like that thing owed her money.
It's like Kanashiro.
Yeah, and I had to, we had to kind of like pull her away from the pinata without like getting hit by the very real like Little League bat that was made of metal and aluminum. Like,
Incredible.
and like they're like, just an oldest daughter, just an oldest daughter. It's okay, just 2 swings. She's like, oh, okay. It like the rage had left her eye. Like it was like Rika, just like she went into a blood rage at the pinata. But the the pinata was full of saltwater taffy and Pokemon booster decks, or booster pack. So interesting mix. I think the saltwater taffy was supposed to like look like Pokeballs, and it kind of did.
Okay,
and,
all right.
And I learned that both of my children love saltwater taffy, which is something I did not enjoy until I was probably in college. I just never liked the texture of it.
Yeah, I don't mind the texture, but it's like I've never like liked the flavor of it, and it always felt weird. Like I was doing, like I must be enjoying it wrong because I don't enjoy it. But I haven't tried it in several years, so now I kind of feel like maybe I should. Oh, shocker! Ashley's never had it.
You know, do we have a list next to your list of wizard spells you need to have that are just like things Ashley needs to experience?
I feel like I should add a section of my whiteboard of foods Ashley hasn't eaten. I feel like we should start that.
I think we need to do a fundraiser to either all of us travel to Ashley or we get Ashley to travel to a central location and then we just prepare food for her.
Oh my god. I'm starting a list on this piece of paper right now. This is gonna become a thing. We're gonna make this a thing. Yeah, it was really funny with me not enjoying saltwater taffy because I lived in New Jersey for a while. That's a big fucking deal. Like right there, like everyone's like, I make my own. Like everybody's into saltwater taffy. And I was like, I'm gonna eat this to be polite. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it. It's fine.
It's the purgatory of candy.
Mod Squad taste testing party. Yes, absolutely. But there will be 0 chocolate there because Joe cannot be trusted.
That is correct.
Okay, here's the thing. If you want to keep talking for a little bit, I have to go to the little girl's room. So I'm going to go do that real quick.
Go for it.
But I'll be back shortly.
Hey, chat. This vamp is brought to you by me. Why don't we talk about a game that you're currently playing and what you're enjoying about it? And I'll go first. I have been playing Octopath Traveler 2. And that game is exactly what I needed after playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's still kind of open worldish in that you get to choose the paths you get to take, the stories you get to experience. A little bit more guidance of knowing, like, if you go to this city, this character's story is going to continue here. I like, very specifically, the improvements they've made over Octopath 1, which I adore, but they've made more interactions with the characters. So before in like Octopath Traveler 1, there were 8 different characters. They each have their own stories, and maybe some of them will have non-voiceovered quips about your story that you're on. They have built twinned quests that are fully voice acted for multiple characters. So like my cleric Temenos and the thief Throne have a special story arc for just those two that they interact, and you can see the characters play off each other. I absolutely adore that storytelling and things like even part like banter in combat, where if they get a critical hit or they knock an enemy down, they'll be like, "Good job, Temenos," or "Good job, Professor." Like stuff like it adds such a breath of life into a seemingly classic JRPG style. So I'm really enjoying it. The soundtrack is incredible. If you like JRPGs, please go out and play Octopath Traveler 2. All right, let's see what other people are playing right now. Carl's playing the game of life and losing. A lot of us are, Carl, but hang in there. Flash is hunting Pokemon. All right. Metric just started Final Fantasy 15. 15. Okay, 15, not 16, but 15. Okay, yeah, Bro's Weekend, Bro's Road Trip. Farron is playing Resonance of Fate, his favorite your favorite JRPG. Don't want to misassign pronouns. My apologies. Steampunk game, very cool. Pathos, he picked up Kart Rider Drift. Basically free to play Mario Kart game with lots of customization. All right, so fun fact with Mario Kart, both of my children now love Mario Kart, and they want to play it every day after dinner. And they're starting to get good, and I'm very proud of them. Like, they know how to use their items strategically, which I'm very impressed by. Now, I still have the, like, auto drive and auto steering enabled for them, but they are getting very good and very competitive at Mario Kart, and it just makes my cold dead heart so happy to see that I'm training the next generation of gamers.
I have a very important question about their item usage.
Okay.
Do they drop the fake boxes in the middle of the real boxes so you can't tell the difference?
You know, if in Mario Kart 8, if they had those items, I bet they would.
They don't have those anymore?
They do not. I know, it makes me sad too.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. What are they doing? What are they doing to my Mario Kart? Ugh.
Both of them understand what the blue shell does, and they will wait for me to get in the first place before throwing it.
Good.
They will hold the blue shell. They will look at my screen and see not number 1 until they see number 1. They will throw it.
Dirty screen lookers.
They're young. They don't know etiquette yet. I'm trying,
Oh, yeah, you're on my list of people. I should go hang out with you. I do want to know what you sketched, though. Hold on. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to ignore you. Oh, that. I do remember that. No. You're not actually in my party, so... Bye.
Yeah, you're not in the main party yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hang out with this guy, Sketchy McSketcherson.
Get some therapy. Therapy is good.
That's good. This will be great, I'm sure. James, would you like to hear a fun facet of my trip that I had last week?
I would love to.
Been dropping.
I feel weird that I'm gonna go talk to him when it's raining, and I feel like I could be doing other things, but oh well. I have a pair of sandals that I love. I got
Are Are they the brown, like, kind of interwoven?
Yes! You
ones
know
with the-
exactly which ones!
Yep. Okay.
I love these. I got them at Target some number of years ago, okay? Like, they have... I have worn them so much that they have absolutely paid for themselves in, like, the whatever $30 they probably cost me from Target. They've lasted forever. And they've started to show some signs of where I'm like, I'm gonna need to replace these soon. So for the last, like, several, like, months, I've kind of just been keeping an eye out to say, like, do I see anything that's a similar style that I like? And it's like, no. The answer is no. It's like, I haven't seen anything that's a similar style that I like, and that's comfortable and whatever. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just keep looking. So I wear them on this trip. I wear them to the fancy dinner. And I put them on the next morning when we're getting ready to go, and so I can see the new office campus. And, like, it's Friday, so it's, like, quote unquote, like, casual Friday, but I still need to, like I'm wearing, like, jeans and a button down so I can, like, fit in there or whatever. And I'm gonna wear my sandals, and I pick them up. And at where, like, the ball of my foot would be, that line, it just flops over.
Oh,
The sole has completely split.
Oh.
They are being held together only by the fake leather that's on top where, like, the actual, like, part that my foot contacts is. That's the only thing holding it together. And I'm so upset for two reasons. One, I love these sandals. I love these sandals. Two, I don't have other shoes because I was only here for 36 hours, so I didn't think I needed to pack multiple pairs of shoes. So I'm like, what do I do? So I put them on, and the first thing we do when we get there, I'm like walking very carefully so they don't come apart. The first people we go visit are the people who own the test lab, so Jeff can get the key so we can go in there, because they've got a bajillion adhesives in there. So they actually had gaff tape, which I was very excited about, because that shit's magic and way better than duct tape. So I gaff taped my shoes real quick before we continued meeting people.
Perfect. I was about to say, you went to a cobbler, because I still have cobblers in Michigan.
Yeah. No, I was just like, this is what it is. Yeah, so those shoes are fully dead now, and I'm very upset.
Does Target still make them?
No, because that was the first, when they started to die, that was the first thing I checked, was, does Target still have these? No, they don't. And then Jeff, through another series of adventures we had where dogs chewed on another favorite item of mine, Jeff had managed to find, like, a website of, like, hey, when retailers, like, stop carrying stuff, any overstock they have goes over here to this mysterious website. I do not know what it is off the top of my head. If someone is really interested, I could try to find it later. But that's where he managed to find a replacement for, like, a belt that I had gotten from, like, Express once upon a time, like, 4 years ago, that the dogs chewed. And he was like, it's still over here! And I was like, what? So I even checked there, and it's like, no, these sandals are so old, there's nothing left of them. So I've just been on the hunt for something similar, since the actual ones are not available either from Target or from anybody else who might have had their remnants. Yeah, it was so upsetting. And then also, like, what I don't have, because this is the first time, I think, since airlines, or not even since airlines started charging for checked bags, dating myself here, they didn't always do that. I think since the TSA rules were like, you can't travel with liquids. So, like, since that moment, I've never traveled with just a carry-on, because, like, I am a high-maintenance lady. I've got so many liquids to make my skin look like I'm human. I was like, I will never be able to travel with these things in a carry-on, so I've always checked a bag. And just because of how things worked out with this trip, I was like, if I can travel with just a carry-on, I'm gonna. So it's like I had very limited space, especially because one of the things I insisted on traveling with James, you remember how we visited you a little while ago? And I couldn't sleep the first night in the hotel because I haven't slept without my weighted blanket in a number of years? So when we left your place, we actually stopped by a Target and got a cheap 12-pound one for me to use the rest of the time. So that's my travel weighted blanket now.
Perfect.
And so that took up a frightening majority of my carry-on.
Weird how that works.
So I had that in there. Fun fact, that doesn't look good on the X-ray machine, which I hadn't considered until I was trying to leave Austin. Coming home, they didn't give a fuck. The Detroit airport gave no fucks. They didn't flag it and want to look at it.
Well, it's time to go to YouTube and look at someone looking at a cross-section of a weighted blanket, because I'm curious now.
Yeah, but Austin, they were like, what the fuck is this shit? So they had to look at my bag. So, like, that took up a lot of it, and then it was like, cool, I have my weighted blanket, I have the shoes that I'm wearing, we didn't know where the dinner was when I needed to pack, so it's like I had to pack for, like, is it the fancy place we think it's gonna be, or is it something slightly more casual, and I shouldn't wear the fancy. So it was like, wear the dress, bring the dress, and bring this, and bring an outfit for, being in the office on Friday, and I was like, cool, that's what I have room for. This is what's happening. So no room for extra shoes. Oh no, don't worry, Carl. I still did pack way too much underwear, just in case I got horrible food poisoning and shit myself constantly. That's the one thing I will never skimp on packing.
As you shouldn't.
Yeah, but shoes take up space.
Yeah.
It's open.
He just said it's open. He's standing in front of it. I know it's open. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so
well, maybe he's just shocked that he didn't lock the door on himself. Like, oh, it's open.
That's
I was
fair.
pleasantly surprised.
That's absolutely fair.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to believe, but
Well, see you.
Your shoe kind of disintegrating is actually related to something on my post-it note.
Incredible.
Rain,
So, Jamf.
Hey.
Oh.
Yo.
You could ignore the journalist.
Yeah, okay, good. I was like, shit, don't bring up something else I need to do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I will say, objectively, and chat, you can fight me on it, the journalist is the worst social link in this game.
Oh, shit!
Objectively. In terms of story and the benefits you get from that social link. Objectively the worst.
Should I, it's raining, should I do Sojiro or should I do a hot tub?
I would, if you can level Sojiro up, I would
Got time right
do
now?
that. If not, do hot tub.
Decline.
Next time then.
Yeah. So, speaking of
I can see it.
disintegrating things, Jamf shared with me apparently what a prank was going around the internet
you wanna do?
for spouses to prank their husbands on Father's Day with dissolving swim trunks.
That sounds terrible. That's not a prank. That's a registration waiting to happen.
That was my first response. Like, she said, like, she was about to show me a video, and I'm like, and she told me, I'm like, this isn't at a public pool, right? Because that's, like, that goes from, like, haha, what a clever prank, to, you're, like,
What do
you
you
have to
wanna
talk
do?
to your neighbors in an uncomfortable way.
Yeah. You gotta put a weird postcard in everyone's mailbox now.
Yes, you do. So, fortunately, the video was at a private pool
Okay.
in someone's
What's up?
backyard. But I realized in that instance, and this is the reason I'm bringing the story up, because I have a question for chat and for you. That would never work on me because I insist on, anytime I get new clothes, I do not wear them until they get washed.
Oh, yep.
And in dissolving swim trunks, if they're washed, just don't exist anymore.
Okay, wait. This is actually the best prank. You're like, I need to wash these. You know you started a load of laundry that included these. And and now they're just gone. Where did they go? This is a better prank.
That is a much better and safer prank that doesn't stay on your criminal record for all of eternity.
I would lose my mind if I was like, I know I put this in the washing machine. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. Why can't I find it? This would be, oh my God. I would go insane. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Continue.
Yeah. So I'm posing this question to chat. Are you it must be washed before you wear it, or is it kind of a c'est la vie? So Joe is coming in with dissolving clothing prank market selling socks where only one dissolves.
I'm convinced that's the entire sock market as it currently exists.
It probably is. Yeah. Big Sock is like, yeah, they're going to have to buy more socks now.
I'm on to, as far as like washing stuff before you wear it, I am for the most part team wash it before you wear it. I think the only thing I will ever have, like I've ever accepted on that has been specifically shirts. And not all shirts, but just like if I'm going to make an exception, it's a shirt. Because like for most other things, they are scratchy or itchy or weird or just dirty, or it's like, I don't know who else has been trying this on or whatever, but it's like a shirt, partially because it's like, I've got lady undergarments on, so it's like any part of me I would be more concerned about touching weird stranger material is already covered and barriered from that. So it's like, if something has come up, it's like, I need to wear this shirt right now, that's fine. Everything else, you gotta wash that shit.
Yeah. Now, I think the only time I can think of where I've worn something where I have not washed it first would be anytime I worked at RTX because I got my shirt at the convention and
yes.
never had like a laundry service.
Yes.
And I was okay with it because even though it had that like new shirt chemical smell, I knew by the end of the day that would not be the stinkiest thing I smell in that convention.
Oh yeah, not even by lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta love that new shirt vinegar smell.
Yeah. Mmm. Could you imagine, like, those would be like the worst smells to like put in a car? Like, oh, do you want vinegar shirt or gasoline? I'm gonna go with gasoline.
Oh my God, gasoline. I saw a video of what is either the bravest man or the dumbest man alive.
Yes, they usually go tandem with each other.
This is a video of a dude, he's holding a clear plastic McDonald's cup.
Okay.
With a few inches of gasoline in it.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm already like, this is worrisome.
Yes.
And he looks at the camera and goes, I've learned the best way to get rid of wasps. And what I'm expecting is he's gonna throw the gasoline and light it on fire. And instead what he does is he walks up with this cup of gasoline and puts it up over the wasp nest and like against like the surface that it's on, so that way there's like a full seal around it. He just walks up to the wasp nest with this cup of gasoline and like traps it in there. And the fumes confuse all the wasps, so they fall into the gasoline that doesn't have a high enough surface tension, so they fall into it, and then they're immediately poisoned and die. And so you're just watching essentially like just all these wasps like melt into this. And then like even the things that are like inside the nest are falling out. And it's very effective. But I'm like, number one, you put so much faith in that fucking cup.
Yeah.
Between the gasoline and a family of wasps. And then also you just walked up to a wasp nest like that was okay. I'm like, there's a reason the sprays give you like a 10 and 15 foot reach.
Yeah.
What?
Or the fact that most apiarists wear a full suit with mesh on.
Okay.
Oh my God, yeah. So.
Good morning.
Anyways, oh hi, Ponytail.
I need to talk to you later.
Yeah.
We gotta get your social link up, girl.
Oh boy. So many things are happening. Yeah, there was so much about that video. Anyways, tangents, man. I say tangents. It was a natural conversational progression.
It was a natural Segui.
Natural Segui. Oh my God.
That should be what a great name for like a D&D spell, like a bard spell. Natural Segui.
I hate it. Oh God. Can you imagine sitting at a table and someone says roll for Segui? No!
I can't. I can. Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to say that.
God. All right. Hey. Let's see. Oh yeah, James, you gave me a priority list. I still haven't done all the mementos things. Do I need to do those at some point?
You do need to do them at some point. I know you just cleared a palace, so I didn't know if you wanted to do like a non-combat stream.
Yeah, kind of. It's nice to have more talky time. Should I just go hang out with Kanji?
Yeah, go hang out with Kanji.
Okay.
Not Kanji.
Not Kanji. Wait, shit. Which one is? Oh, this is. Wait, what is this dude's actually? Ryuji. Shit. Yeah, not Kanji. Okay. Fuck. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I'm gonna go hang out over here.
Joe said it best. Always pack extra underwear in the event of an unnatural Suguri.
It got worse. It got worse.
I mean, he's just channeling his inner bard. That all sounds very natural coming from a bard.
Oh, God. Okay. Yes, go hang out with him. I think I've realized one of the reasons this game stresses me out is trying to manage my calendar. Because Jen, trying to manage my calendar is also fucking stressful and a half. I have the Google Calendar, and then we've got, James, you've been in our house, we've got, like, the big dry erase, like, monthly calendar that's in, like, the front part of our house for us to keep track of, like, both mine and Jeff's shit. It's color-coded, so we know, is this a me thing, is this a Jeff thing, or is this a both of us thing? All of that stuff's on there, and then I've got my paper planner where I keep track of stuff, and I still feel like I can't keep track of everything. So now I have 2 more planner things. So I have a monthly calendar, like one of those big old desk pad things. Except it's not on my desk. I 3M stuck it to my wall over here, and then I also have right below that a little weekly one that just has here's the next 7 days that I can fill out. And I've put all these things on my wall to try to get my shit together. Because I feel like between having all of these multiple jobs and Jeff's weird travel and now Jeff is doing a lot of 3D printing stuff that's actually bleeding over into a lot of my world of dice making things, and I'm still trying to figure out the whole schedule of trying to do all these job things and then also do normal adult things of hey, I've said for a long time, if I don't write it down, it doesn't exist.
What's up?
And I've realized that it has gotten worse to the point where if I don't write it down, it doesn't get done, even if I know it needs to be done. So I do laundry at an alarming infrequency. I have to be out of shit. And then it's now it's overwhelming because it's literally all of my clothes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's June 28th in game.
Oh, we did it! We did it!
Also, let's not talk to Ryuji. I want to try, I think June 28th is a special day in Persona.
Okay.
So we're going to try something else. But yeah, just realized, we made it. We caught up. We caught up to real life, guys.
Come on.
We did it.
Speaking of special days, since you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I also realized today is my sub button anniversary. So it's a special day everywhere.
Yay. That's awesome.
All right, what are we going to do?
Go to the 3rd floor.
Third
right next to
floor.
some stairs.
Okay, great.
Yep. And then you're going to go into the middle hallway where the library is.
I think that's this way.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the library is. Oh, hey.
You gotta talk to Gwen. You gotta talk to Gwen.
Oh, I talked to Gwen? Oh, no.
Talk to Gwen. I believe today is the first day that you can start this.
What's the appropriate response for what I'm supposed to accomplish here?
You in the sultriest tone you can. You have to say, "I came to see you."
Oh, I'm not doing that. This man, the protagonist, does not have Stromith energy. This is not good. I don't like.
Maybe he has Stromith energy 5 years ago when he was first learning. He had big old glasses. Hey, I'm gonna learn how to cast shield. No, he didn't learn shield. I'm gonna learn how to cast magic missile.
Oh my god. I don't even think did he do magic? Anyways, I came to see you. Sure. There we go. Oh, I have to be smart enough to invite her out? That's fucking incredible.
So I've been, chat, and this is specifically for Liz, I have been doing I don't want to say long con, but I have been preparing Jen to make sure she had enough knowledge to talk to Gwen in June.
I love the idea that if I was too dumb, that Gwen would just be like, nah.
I mean, does that sound like Kind of like Gwen a little
I
bit.
mean, Gwen has not enjoyed her conversations with dumb people, so. Oh man. All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah, since this is rank 1, this actually might be voice, so I'll be quiet.
I'd like to talk to you about something. Do you have a moment?
Oh, I have a moment, but I don't have any more drink in my cup. Fuck.
Up until now, I've been the quintessential honor student. I believe I've been handling my position as student council president with ease as well. And I don't mean that in a boasting way, that's simply how I've thought about it. But in the end, I was unable to make any kind of impact with either Suzui-san or Kaneshiro.
Ah, yes. Let's rag on ourselves for not being able to impact stuff at the school or with the fucking mob.
Though I do think it's funny.
There's no use for a rule-abiding honor student when things get rough.
All right, you go for it.
I like that they wrote that line thinking that you will not have beat the palace yet, because you literally did take care of Kaneshiro. You literally did, by yourselves, do something about it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a member of this team, I want to do everything I can to help you all. All my studying up to this point has kept me quite narrow-minded.
Yeah, Gwen.
You can't see the face I'm making right now.
Oh, I can now.
I will need to broaden my horizons somewhat. My first step will be to learn more about the other students. But I struggle with that. There seems to be a disparity between my tastes and those of my peers.
How you doing over there?
It's fine. It's like super fine. Okay, I can't say that's not true. That's a fucking lie, but this feels rude.
Yeah. I mean, Gwen doesn't think she has peers, so it's fine.
That's... Anyways. I feel like I'd say that's not true. That's fine.
Really? I hope you're right. But I don't even know where people like to go for fun. It would be nice to have a grasp of such concepts.
This is painful on a level I was not prepared for.
Plus, the student council must be responsible for understanding the student body they serve, right? I don't mean that in a surveillance way. I just want to know them as people.
What a wonderful way to spend our the in-game Persona date and the real life date. Everything's just blending together. Reality, fiction, D&D, Persona. It's just all coming together.
The Venn diagram has become a circle.
Yay!
I may be a phantom thief, but that's no excuse for me to start ignoring my presidential duties.
Duties.
Now, back to the topic at hand. Where do people usually go for fun?
I have not really done any of these in-game. I can't not think about this as talking to Gwen and what those responses would look like.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, the arcade seems like the least terrible one, actually.
I often hear people talking about going to the arcade. To be perfectly honest, I've never been to one myself.
That tracks.
Do you think you could take me? I'm not sure if it'll broaden my horizons per se, but simply studying won't get me anywhere.
It'll be a field trip.
Thank goodness. I think I would have been totally lost in there had I gone by myself. Well, let's get going.
I like to imagine there's just a single claw game. She's like, what is this? What is this witchcraft?
So this is where everyone comes to enjoy themselves. There are more girls here than I expected.
I would like to point out that the girl in the back left looks
there.
like Monica from Doki Doki.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't like that either.
You play by aiming the gun at the screen, right? That actually seems somewhat realistic. If it's okay with you,
She's gonna fucking destroy it, this, isn't
Do you
she?
think you could teach me? I did it! No way!
Oh, never mind. All right.
Oh, so this is how it is.
What'd you think?
Of course, that was just a game, but I wonder if I could apply some of the techniques I learned here during battle.
Cough, cough.
Oh boy.
Perhaps going somewhere I don't normally frequent is what helped me come up with that idea. You know, it may only be a little bit, but I think I'm starting to understand how people pass time. Interesting. I would have never even thought about coming here before. Hey, do you think you could help me out again later? I might be able to give the team more ideas if I can gain increased knowledge outside of my studies. I need to live up to your expectations now that I've taken up your time.
Oh my god, stop. This hurts. Oh boy.
Perhaps it won't be immediately, but I'm sure I can be of use.
I'm gonna need another drink after this.
Yeah.
Oh, we get it.
Oh
yes.
god.
You get to tell her sister. Hey, it's like you knew a student council president. What?
There must have been people who obstructed your actions as the Phantom Thieves. You managed to overcome them because you had someone who specialized in analyzing enemies. Isn't that right?
They learn from the best. Cough, cough.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy
God,
chains
what
of
do
captivity.
I know what this one is?
With the birth of the priestess persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Yay! You started the Gwen social link, and now you can take her to play darts and make her
Yay.
stronger in combat.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Shadow calculus. God, that feels just like that's the true name for the final calculus class I took in college.
It's about the numbers that aren't there.
That's all right. You're not wrong.
By the way, you went to the red light district when you were chasing after Kanashiro, right?
Are you gonna ask an uncomfortable question?
I'd like to go there as well. No, not for my own purposes.
Sure.
To tell you the truth, I recently got a report that one of our students was spotted there. I'm
It was
skeptical,
probably
but
me or Ryuji.
I'd like to confirm firsthand for myself.
Happy month of the mistress, everyone.
It's getting late.
Yay, you made a friend with Gwen.
Yay! That's
you.
fucking shocking. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Oh
But yeah,
boy.
no,
All right.
Good. Ooh, and Pathos put some tentacles in the chat. How wonderful.
Great. Beautiful. I love that. That's good.
Well, you know, do you want to go get a drink and I'll vamp again for a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. And then I feel like I was talking about my weird calendar shit, but yeah, I'll make a drink and then we can talk about that, and then we can talk about D&D because I got to run a one-shot this weekend.
Yay,
That's very
D&D.
exciting. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Bye.
Goodbye. All right, chat. Nintendo Direct came out, I think, since we last played. Was there anything that came out in Nintendo Direct that you got excited about? I'll just do a full spoiler. I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct. I was so preoccupied with Octopath 2 and with the Persona 3 Reloaded that, like, even the Persona 5 Tactics game for the Switch just... it's sad that the only thing that would make me not excited for a P5 spin-off game would be the remake of Persona 3. So for those of you who are interested, I know some of you are hesitant to play the game. Based on what I've seen from P3, the Reloaded, I'm afraid to say that the Persona summoning mechanic is still there, so I know that's going to turn off a lot of people, and I feel bad about that, but it looks like it's fully there in all of its 4K glory. Joe is fanboying over the new Fable trailer. That, I did see that. That was an amazing trailer that captured the essence of everything that Fable is. I could not imagine a better trailer than that. Yeah, the new Mario, Jamf and I watched that because one of Jamf's favorite games are Super Mario games, and it was one of the things that we played when we were in the labor and delivery room. We bought a Switch specifically for us to pass the time in labor and delivery, and we were playing Mario on the little Joy-Con. So Mario has a special place in all of our hearts, and yeah, we thought the Mario trailer was really interesting. I'm assuming Liz is oohing the Persona 3 mechanic. And yeah, I'm sorry, Liz. I don't know why I'm apologizing on behalf of Persona. I don't own it. It's not my life. I have a personality beyond Persona. I have D&D too. And music tastes from video games. Carl's excited for the Barbie movie. Oh, so you're gonna go to the Barbie movie and not Oppenheimer? Carl, I'm shocked.
Do the double feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
Welcome back.
I thank you. I didn't realize there was a Nintendo Direct. Like, I woke up and I was like in the middle of having breakfast. It's like, here's the news you missed from the Nintendo Direct this morning. And I'm like, what do you mean it already happened? What is this time zone bullshit? But I didn't feel like I missed anything. I'm looking forward to seeing what's up with the Pikmin stuff, but it's like, because I really enjoyed the first Pikmin, but I wasn't like super into the ones after that, so I'm also not like really excited to see the fourth one. I just got a text message, hold on.
Okay. While you're text messaging, Flash, I 100% will get Persona 3 Reloaded. It is changing two of the things that I have wanted a remake of Persona to change. One of it is the mechanics of going into the Tartarus, is their version of Mementos or the TV world. They had in original P3, they had an exhaustion mechanic, so you could stay in Tartarus as long as you wanted, and like you could keep recovering your SP and HP indefinitely, but you would get exhausted. So it's like in D&D, you take points of exhaustion, and then it would just get to a point where not only do you exhaust yourself in that world, but the next day all of your stats go down. So like you're not as knowledgeable, you're not as charming the next couple of days. So like you do poorly in your exam. So I'm glad they changed that. They also changed all of the voice actors. Now, the original voice actors have a very special place in my heart, and they all did a wonderful job, except for 3. Fuka, just whoever that voice actress is, it just was not jiving with me, and it was like nails on a chalkboard hearing Fuka speak anytime in that game. Ken, who's a legit little boy, just not great. And Junpei is the voice actor whose name we will not say here because he's a terrible, horrible human being and doesn't deserve to get any work anywhere. And since they've updated the voice cast, I can play the game and not hear his voice, and that's just the best thing ever.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. You know what will really cleanse the palate after the uncomfortable realization that there's a character in this game kind of modeled after Gwen?
What?
You should go to that little yellow phone on the bar and call your teacher.
Okay, so first of all, I don't want to do that. But second of all, while you were not here, I was like, shit, James gave me a list, but I was like, I don't know when and where to find people. And so Liz apparently doesn't have D&D tonight. And put together, I was like, I need party members, I need Maruki, and I need Ponytail. And so she made a list for me of like when people are in what locations. And sent it to me. And this says the teacher's only available on Friday and Saturday nights. And it's a Tuesday.
Interesting. I don't remember that off the top of my head, so there's no harm in trying the phone just to see what happens.
Fine.
You don't have to. Jen, you're in full control. I'm just a little...
No, if I was in full control, we would not be playing this game. And you know that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It was really funny though. The list. So everyone, I read this to everybody when I got part 1. She did send me part 2. She's labeling everybody with their actual name and then also what I call them, which is very helpful. So the second list was on parentheses Kyoko, Ryuji parentheses not Kanji, Akechi, Robbie, and then the teacher is just teacher, knowing that I would have no idea if she used an actual name. But I really like Kasumi being Ponytail. That's my favorite. Alright, we'll try the fucking phone. I can call whatever since I'm full of guts!
I hope you're full of guts. I don't know how your GI tract works otherwise.
Oh, God. Okay, sure, yeah, call, I guess.
Hi!
Oh, she's here! Liz, your thing was wrong! I haven't saved since I started the stream. I should do that.
Probably should.
God, that's a dumb amount of money for this.
I see.
Oh, God. Oh, it's worse. I hate this.
So,
Like...
this is your room, huh?
Oh, it's talking.
How do I put this?
Was Sojiro gone, or did he watch this happen?
Maybe you convinced him to go out for some smokes.
God,
like, hey, I'm gonna make some coffee. Wanna
right?
go out for some smokes?
Oh, God. I'm gonna start cooking. Better leave.
Never mind. So, what kind of kid are you?
What kind of question is that?
The way you opposed Mr. Kamoshida, I'd say that you're earnest and have a strong sense of justice.
You said the word.
That being said, you called a maid service and requested me?
I'm so busy studying and saving everyone from all the other Kamoshidas that I need someone to clean my shit. Oh no, I hate both of these options. This feels less skeevy, I think. But it's also a bold-faced lie and she knows it. This feels like it's got undertones that I don't like. So we'll go here.
I don't have friends, I have confidants.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have a criminal
That
record.
feels like some Gwen energy right there.
Okay, then how about this? I'll let you skip class a few times. It's tough not having any place where you belong, isn't it? However, I reserve the right to change my mind if your grades drop. In exchange, you won't tell anyone that I'm moonlighting as a maid. Sound good?
How has no one else accidentally stumbled onto this? Like another teacher surely knows. Surely.
They don't, and quit calling me Shirley.
Then it's a deal.
Oh, the thing's gonna happen again, isn't it? Because I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
There you go. Yeah. So, Liz, Google didn't lie because this is the introduction to the social link. It can happen on any day.
There we go. That makes sense.
Your clothes are so neatly pressed and clean. You must have a
You
maid.
pulled off so many crimes while attending school. I can't believe you managed that by yourself. There had to be someone at the school helping you.
Yeah, Kamoshida. Wait.
Wait.
What
It's
do
the
you have to say to
principal!
that?
Wait.
No, the principal's absolutely up to some shit. Like, there's regular up to some shit, but he's like up to some shit. And it's gonna bite him in the ass. And I can't wait to see in what way it bites him in the ass.
Wings of rebellion that
Yo, maybe it
break
was
my
the
chains of
school
captivity.
newspaper girl who was helping you. She had a hot scoop
Birth
and
of
it
the
helped you.
temperance
Who knew?
There we
persona.
go.
I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall
Because
lead to
nothing
freedom
yells
and new
temperance like
power.
moonlighting as a maid.
look, there's a bunch of different ways to interpret it. All the cards, and allows you to perform various activities in the class. Okay. What the fuck does that actually mean mechanically?
Would you like to know or just find out?
I'm sure it'll pop up.
What am I doing here with one of my students?
I'm sure there will be a tutorial for it.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, so let's talk D&D.
I should get going.
Yeah, I want to finish talking about my calendar bullshit first, because I'm actually.
I'm sorry.
I'm proud of this because I feel like this was a personal breakthrough for me.
Oh, please request me if you need any help with your housework.
I thought it said homework, and I was like, that's a conflict of interest. I hate both of these options for like the opposite reason. Why?
Well, I mean, we know each other's secret, and it would really put my mind at ease.
For a student to continue paying you? Absolutely perfect. That sounds great.
Besides, I'm considered over the hill for this type of job, so I don't get requested that often. I'll show my appreciation by making it easy for you to ditch class.
Canonically, she's 20.
Okay?
Go ahead.
Canonically, she's 27 in this game, and she's over the hill.
Jesus.
Yeah, let that sink in for a little bit.
I don't want to. There's just a lot going on here I do not like. So yeah, so
Master!
Oh. No, Sojiro has to be gone. Sojiro has to be gone. Please be gone. Please be gone. Please be gone. Oh my god. I'm afraid it's gonna pan over and he's gonna be there. Anyways, so yeah, if I don't write a thing down, I saw somebody else describe it very well, where it's like things that are important but not urgent. So like things like doing laundry, like clearly that's important. You need to do that, but it's not urgent until it is urgent. And like other like cleaning type things, like until it's a problem, it's not a problem. So why do it? Is like how my brain has just kind of always worked. But now I'm like more easily able to identify that and also put words to it. So I'm like, cool, if I don't write a thing down, it ceases to exist. And if I don't write it down on some form of to-do list, it's not going to happen. But I've also noticed, like, to-do lists don't work for me because a list ends up being, like, a list. There's, like, a lot of things on it. And at some point, I'm like, all of these things need to happen, and there's no clear priority for them. And since I don't have a clear, this thing has to happen before this, like, this is the important thing, it's like, it's kind of the opposite of if everything's an emergency, nothing's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of these things are an emergency. So, like, nothing's gonna get done. There's nothing that's telling me this thing has to be done. So, something I am trying for myself, that I'm hoping will kind of work is and also, it's also a good way for me to kind of feel out what my... Oh, she said whittle. She ooh voiced me. She has
ooh eyes, too.
She oohed. Oh, God, I hate it. I need to figure out what I'm responding to. Hold on. No talking about maid stuff. It'll be our whittle secret. Oh no. Okay. Please stop talking like that. That's the appropriate response. So like, while I'm also trying to figure out like what my current like energy, my new normal of energy levels after all this COVID bullshit, like what I can accomplish in a day. And so something I'm trying to do for myself with my little weekly calendar is being like, cool, I'm essentially giving myself like 3 slots. I'm saying I have 3 spell slots for the day. I'm a warlock. I have 3 whatever level spell slots. I haven't decided what level it is. And it's like any individual thing I do will take an entire slot, even if it wouldn't normally take the entire level of that slot. And it's being like, I'm essentially assigning myself 3 things in a day, which doesn't sound like a lot for a whole day, but with the idea being like, cool, if one of those things is laundry, that is sorting everything out, washing it, making sure it gets in the dryer, folding it and putting it away. Like that one thing has a lot of sub things to it. And it's been like, I'm allowing myself, it's like, I'm putting 3 things on my day. And the idea being those 3 things need to get done. And if they get done, and like when they get done, fantastic. If there's still extra time and there's still extra energy, do another thing. Go ahead and do another thing. But as long as you did those 3 things, the day, like, you are not a failure for that. You didn't, like, slack off. You didn't, like, all the things, even though I know, like, I'm never slacking, but all the things I would tell myself for failing to do all of the things in a single day, just being like, no, you said these 3 things needed to happen today. Those 3 things happened. You did good. And that's a mindset I'm trying to get myself into for it. And, like, there are some things that I'm like, that will take 2 slots. Like, tomorrow I go into Turbo Dork. That's going to be 2 slots because I get in there in the morning and I don't get in there until just before dinner. So it's like, that's 2 slots. I have 1 slot left. I will do 1 thing home tomorrow. And so that's a thing I am trying. So I have, like, my little weekly things where I can, like, I write out on specific lines. Here's the stuff that is you need to get done. And here's, like, the bonus things if you have time. Like, hey, this is a good thing to kind of do. And then the monthly one is where I've kind of got, like, the big overview of stuff. And it's also where I'm keeping track of where I'm, like, planning out all my social media posts for all the long dog dice stuff. And I have a list on the right-hand side of, like, here are the things that need to happen monthly. It's got to show up somewhere on this list. And here are the bi-weeklies. It's got to show up on here twice. So, like, here's the things that need to happen every week. And so I have those lists. So I have my 2 calendars on the wall in addition to my daily planner. And I'm hoping maybe I can actually resemble a functioning human being after a little while of trying to do this.
Jen, I know you're talking about calendars and scheduling things and lists. I don't know if you need to hear this, but I think you're doing a terrific job and you're managing everything in stride. And if you are doing your best and coping and balancing everything, that is a success. And I don't care what the negative voice in your head says.
Bye.
I appreciate that. I really do. But there are some things that are still, like, Jeff has the patience of a saint. There are things, like, if he could have, like, a magazine-looking ass house, that would be his deal. Me, if something's not out, I forget it exists. And so, like, things are just out and kind of messy. And, like, it works for me, and I know it drives him insane. So, like, there are things that I'm trying to be like, cool, I'm gonna make a point of every other week, we're just doing a quick sweep and being like, where are things that are out in, like, the important spaces? Like, I know the bedroom drives him crazy, and I know the kitchen drives him crazy. Those are the 2 big things. Make sure my shit's put away in those. But if I don't write it down, that's never gonna happen. So, like, those are the kinds of things that are on that list. So it's like, I'm gonna try, but I appreciate you saying that. You also don't have to live with me, so...
You know, that's fair. So I'm allowed to say helpful things from a distance.
Exactly.
I can leverage my location to. I almost said it in a different way, and I thought about it like, that sounds weird, and I'm glad I chose my words carefully.
Perfect. All right, I need to catch up on the chat because Sassy has said, can I share a moment of holy shit, this person holds a job and is driving that's terrifying level of stupid that she experienced, and I need to know what this story is. So a woman called and asked if we work on clocks. Our watchmaker also does clock repair, so technically yes. Okay. Proceed to ask her what kind of clock. This dumb individual says a round one. Perfect. Okay, great.
We've cracked the case. We know exactly what we need to do to fix a round clock.
Oh, in the middle, Ashley's wanting to know what the spell slot style planner looks like. I'll take a picture. I'll send it to you. I don't want to share it with everybody because there's, like, stuff I don't want everybody to see, but, like, Ashley can see it. So I'll send you a picture later. Remind me, though, because I'm not writing it down that I said I would do this. And Carl, I will tell you, when you say as someone with ADHD, it really should have a planner. I just don't get planners. Here's the thing, is I was also on team, I don't understand planners. Like, it doesn't work for me. This specific one, I finally, like, because I would constantly be like, I'm going to try a planner again, like, every couple of years. I've actually found one I've managed to keep up on for a while. And I don't know why. I don't know why this particular format works for me, but it does. So this particular one I've actually been able to keep up with for, like, a couple of years now. And it's been good, and I carry it around with me. It, like, comes with me to work, so that way when my boss is like, hey, we might need to change the schedule next week, I'm like, cool, like, I've got this here. I've color-coded the fuck out of it, and I've got this little pen thing, we're all gonna talk about this for a second. I got this little pen thing. It's full of all of my colored markers and pens. And almost all these colors mean something. Like pink is just Jen's stuff, and gray is just Jeff's stuff. So that way, if he's gonna, like, when he's traveling, I know, like, when he's gonna be wherever. And blue is both of us stuff. So, like, when we've got, like, date night or, like, we're hanging out with a group of people. And purple is streams, and blue is stuff with the dogs. Red is dice things, when I've got dice drops, and also I keep track of all of my casts and how many things I made in a thing. And this green is for special things like people's, like, birthday. Oh, it's completely green screened out. It's just gone. This is for, like, people's, like, birthdays and for, like, holidays and stuff. And then I think it's all of them. And I've got, no, this one also means something. Orange means something. What does orange mean? I have a little color-coded key in the front of the planner, I could tell you. But yeah, all of them have a meaning, and I have a series of stickers. I think the stickers are why I keep up with it, honestly. It's like an activity to keep track of my shit, rather than just keeping track of my shit. If that makes any sense. So I have all of that. And then I have a whole series of new pens and stuff to go with, to live over here with my stuff that's on my wall. If I gamify it, it works. Anyways, if you want to know what planner I use, I'm happy to share that with you too.
That could be a stream unto itself.
It really could be. I think it was once. I think there was one year I was like, hey, I'm prepping my planner. It was like November or December. I was like, I'm prepping my planner for next year to, like, transfer all the stuff that is a yearly occurrence thing on it. So, like, we're just going to do a stream where I do that. So, Jason bringing up Goblin Tools. I have heard of that. I clicked on it and made eye contact with it, and immediately was like, I don't understand this. So I don't think it works for how my brain works, but I understand it's been very helpful for a bunch of other people. It's literally goblin.tools. And it's supposed to be for, like, ADHD, kind of, like, also, like, breaking down a task when somebody's like, just clean the kitchen. Like, it's just one thing. I was like, no, cleaning the kitchen is not one thing. That's several things. And that's something that helps you, like, break down things into all those individual tasks. For me, it felt overwhelming, where I was like, oh, the one thing I said I'm going to do is actually 14 things. That's not happening. It was a little too much for me. But I'm very glad other people have found a lot of good use in it. It's an enrichment activity. Yes, filling out my planner is an enrichment activity. Yeah, that is when Joe Ruins Everything Day was born. Was the stream of me filling in the planner. Is because he told me when a holiday was, and that turns out he was raw. And I'd already written it in my very permanent pen.
Yeah. Christmas, December 23rd. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was one of the, like, the silly holidays, like Margarita Day or Video Game Day or something of that nature.
Groundhog Day. I take Groundhog Day very seriously. Thank you very much. Punxsutawney is very close to Pittsburgh. It is a pilgrimage for Western Pennsylvanians.
Okay, you say that. Did you ever go?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
More than once?
Yes. It's like New Year's Eve for trashy Pennsylvanians. Everyone is just getting very liquored up, waiting for this little rodent to come out and go, please put me back in my home, I hate this. And, you know, it's cute and adorable.
I love this, actually. I love that it gets that much fanfare.
It's a big deal. It really is just a bunch of people drinking at 5 o'clock in the morning for 3 hours straight, and then they just kind of wander around a blue-collar town until they sober up and drive home.
Oh my god, that's wonderful. Okay, Shogi's coming up a lot. I don't like this. We're gonna meet this bitch, aren't we?
Who?
There was a whole drawn-out text conversation about, like, some, like, shogi prodigy that's at Mercer's school, and now shogi's coming up again, and I'm like, I already didn't like how much time we spent on it before, and now it's happening again, so I was like, alright, this is gonna be a fucking thing. Have I seen this piece before? No, I will not have seen it before.
You know the answer?
No, I don't know what it fucking says.
Well, as a fluent Japanese speaker, clearly you know what this says.
Okay. It says what's on the back of the piece. It feels like a dumb question to have asked if there's nothing on the back. So, It's either gold or it's one of these two. I'm gonna logically like that answer's stupid. Okay, so it's very okay. The story she just told is about these people who are dressed all fancy, rich, hoity-toity. So if that's the transition we just had, it's gotta be gold.
This is it. The Sagui, if you will.
The Sagui.
Exactly.
There we go. Perfect. All right, nailed it. Fucking got it and won. Anyways.
I bet that would have been a lot easier if you could read Japanese.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, let's see. What does it say on the back? So I'm very curious. I'm very curious what it said on the front, actually. Okay, so 2 is on the pawn piece. There we go. Oh, it's gonna tell me things. Oh, it showed you just, like, fucking chess?
Yeah, it's Japanese chess.
Oh. Well, there we go.
It's actually, so I looked into it because of this game, thanks Persona. It's like chess and checkers meet because if you get your piece beyond a certain row, you can flip the piece and you basically king the piece and it gets additional abilities that it can move around the chessboard.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Is that not a standard rule in chess? Because I was, like, if you got the pawn across, it turned into another thing.
Right, but it's like, when you move the pawn, you can turn it into any piece. Every piece on a shogi board, if you move it past a certain row, you flip the piece over and promote it, and then it becomes like a different piece. So like if you move a pawn past like the last third row, it could become a rook. But if you move the knight past that third row, it could become a queen.
Oh,
so like
okay. It's more regimented. You can't like promote somebody from nothing to everything. It's like, okay, cool. This specifically has a step.
Yeah, like if you had to think about like an actual army, a private can't become a general because he crossed enemy lines successfully. You know, he can become a sergeant maybe. But...
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, I'm just talking about my calendars and stuff. Let's talk about D&D.
Let's do it.
James, is your campaign over yet?
I think we have 2 games left. We're in Swan Song territory where like all the old characters from our previous campaigns are showing up.
I really need a supercut of how many times you said, I think we have X number of sessions left, and with the date stamps on that. I need this to happen.
I know. We're in Swan Song territory.
Nice.
So I think 2 or 3.
Okay.
He says every 2 to 3 weeks.
Exactly. God.
But no, it's good because all this extra time gives me more time to listen to the Octopath 2 soundtrack to rip more songs from my campaign.
Okay, so you're still doing that. Did you have other D&D things you did want to talk about? Because I have the one shot that I want to talk about. I have 4 texts again. This is too much. Oh, your Ponytail. Oh, I probably need to go hang out with you.
Yeah, you might want to go see Ponytail. Sorry, Kyoko. I gotta go see Ponytail.
Yeah. I don't know what level I'm at with her, but it's not where I'm supposed to be. Sure, I have time right now. Why not? Go at once!
What a great Valentine's Day card. I feel like our social link isn't high enough yet.
That's gotta be... Dude, someone has to have made Persona Valentine's cards and say things like that. That has to be a thing that's on Etsy. I refuse to believe it's not.
Alright, I know what I'm doing after the stream. Yeah, like D&D wise, what happened, what led us into our swan song is one of the things that we were... The central things that we were trying to do is that our Chronomancer wizard is actually from 50 years in the past through a little magical oopsies. She bamfed her way 50 years into present time. So using technology of a ancient city, we built a time machine and we got it all set up to send her back to her time. And just as we were about to activate it, one of the NPCs, like one of our beloved NPCs who we kept around for half the campaign, betrayed us and stole the time machine and went back 5,000 years to kill someone who put a curse on his family. And we are panicking because you know how, like, the butterfly effect, if you do something like 5,000 years in the past. So we bamfed 5,000 years back in the past, and we're basically like meeting the gods of our campaign before they ascended to godhood, and that's kind of like the swan song. Like all these characters who are like vitally important to our religious-based characters are like, oh, this is like the actual story of how they became who we know them as in our campaign. So it was like a really interesting twist that no one was expecting.
Yeah.
But it's cool like seeing like what our DM is doing, that at the end of the campaigns that he is running for the foreseeable future, he's ending the campaign by going to the very beginning of time in his campaign to see how everything was set into motion. And like, is it a closed loop? Like, are we the cause of like the ascendancy of these people as gods, or are we gonna mess things up and the future of our campaign? Because I mean, the campaign's ending anyway, so it doesn't matter. But we don't know. We don't know if it's a closed loop or a paradox. So we'll find out.
You're back.
Cool.
Hey, why don't you go get another social link? You get a social link, and you get a social link. And
It's
you get
like
a social...
really, that's the second time Morgana's brought that up. I feel like I'm really supposed to go do that. And I don't want to. There's no thing there. Alright. What do I got?
Oh, but you can hang out with Robbie. Look, do you want to hang out with Robbie, or do you want to hang out with Sam Riegel's sister?
We made it worse somehow. Okay. I haven't seen this dude at all, and I'm supposed to get that rank up a lot, so I guess I should do this one. At one of my old haunts? You're like my age! What are you fucking talking about?
He's an old man. He's like Benjamin Button. He's aging backwards.
Yeah, we're gonna go hang out with Angus MacDonald, sure.
How did Angus MacDonald come around?
Say that again?
How did the name Angus MacDonald come around?
Angus MacDonald is the boy detective from the Adventure Zone.
Gotcha.
So when this dude showed up, it's like, I'm detective! I'm like, you're Angus.
That is good to hear.
But Angus MacDonald is truly like a child. Also, every time I call him Angus, Liz gets very upset. So.
Perfect.
So I have to do it all the time now. Goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Rude. Rude, but we'll go with this one. I want to do the other one, but I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior right now.
No. One little music note for Robbie.
I'm not gonna call him Dorian, because it's not Dorian, because it's not Robbie to me. It's this.
Yeah, he's not blue.
Yeah, the character's the boy detective. It's Angus MacDonald. I also hi Kyler Room. Welcome to the things. When you do the taco speech to him, then. The first time this dude showed up, I haven't been able to do it since. And I'm not gonna try to do it right now. But I gave him, I did a very decent impression of the Angus MacDonald voice while I was reading some of his dialogue. And so it's like, he's Angus now. This is just, it is what it is. There's several Persona Valentines in the Discord now, apparently.
I'm looking at them right now. They are not disappointing.
Oh, incredible. I cannot wait to look.
I think, honestly, these are like of a quality that I think you're not going to be upset at the puns. I think you're going to be upset that you actually understood the reference, and that's just knowledge in your brain that you wish you didn't have.
That's worse. That's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Wait a minute. This man, boy, child, said we were going to go play pool at one of his old haunts. This looks like it's the place I play darts with my people. Wasn't the whole thing about the place where it was like, oh, this place just opened? Wasn't that our introduction to it?
Maybe he's just being facetious. I honestly think it's just like a oversight in the writing. Yeah.
Trash games, terrible, 0 out of 10. Anyways, so I got to run a one-shot this weekend. And I was very excited. I ran Sheep Shot.
Yeah, Sheep Shot.
For a group of people. So the way this all happened is there's someone that I know that I used to work with at the company that shall not be named. that we like didn't work directly together, but I was like, I know who you are, and we were both voices in a project afterwards. Is all I'm gonna say about that. And so we were in a room together for like 12 hours. It sure was great, and we really hit it off, and it was awesome. But that was like a while ago. She has since left that company as well, has gone somewhere else. Very happy for her. Everything's great. And what was with the way he just got into that position? What the fuck is happening? Okay. Focus. I'm focusing. Everything's great. So she posted a thing on Twitter like 2 months ago or so into like the Twitter circle thing, so only very specific people saw it. Of just being like I have a group of people that really want to play D&D, but we can't find a local DM. So if anyone in this area DMs, please let me know. And I just sent her the little eyeballs emoji. And she was like, oh my god, really? And I was like, yeah, if your group is cool with a person DMing that they've never met before, I'm down for it. So she was like the go-between, and we organized with this group of people. Focus hands. I forgot about focus hands. Sassy. Incredibly, is for focus handing. So she was the go-between of this group of people. And so I had a Google Doc that I've written for people, because she was like, she's like, 2 of us have technically played before, but it was like once or twice many years ago, and 2 people are brand new, have never played. Is that okay? I'm like, that's my favorite. I was like, I have a one-shot I like to run for people, and it's so new person friendly. I ran it for my mom. So, like, yes, I'm down for it if they're down for it. And I don't know if I ever talked about this, but I actually have, I have a Google Doc for kind of introducing people to the concept of D&D and for how to create a character, because there was once upon a time I was actually hired by a company to run Sheepshot as like a team building exercise.
That's awesome.
It was I'm not going to talk about the experience of doing that live on stream. James, I could fill you in on it later. We'll not be doing that again, most likely.
Oh, no.
But this experience maybe brought it back a little bit. So it's like I'd written a Google Doc of like, hey, like, here's the concept of D&D, where I'm just like, you don't have to know how this game works. The idea is like, I have to know how it works. It's like, and you tell me what you want to do in as specific or in as abstract terms as you want. You don't have to know the names of the skills, the spells, or whatever. You're just like, this is the thing I want to do, and I will tell you what we need to roll and do to try to make that happen. You don't gotta worry about it. If I tell you to roll something, you roll the one that's mostly round, and you give me that number, and then the word that I said, you find that on your sheet, and the number next to it, add it to what you rolled. And that's how this game works. And we will do the rest in real time, and everything's great. And so I had like this Google Doc that was like, here's this introduction, and then it step by step walks them through building a character in D&D Beyond, on a campaign I've already set up, so they have access to all of my stuff, and like, here are the things you need to watch out for. And absolutely, it's like, if you're reading this earnestly because you don't know what's happening, do not choose wizard. That's straight up. It's straight up an instruction I give them. Do not choose a wizard if you're having to read this for actual instruction. If you're comfortable skipping this section, you're allowed to choose wizard. So I had this Google. So I sent her the Google Doc to share with the group. They all built their characters. I reviewed it just to make sure nothing was like wild. People had mostly done a good job. And since there were mostly new people, I just had them do it at level 3. If I run this for people who have played before, I usually do level 5, as you all know, because I ran Sheepshot for the mods.
Yeah. And Pathos took all of my actions.
But I do level 3 for new players. I don't start them at level 1 just because I'm like, the people who talk to me about wanting to try D&D have heard enough about the cool things you can do, and you can't do any of the cool things at level 1.
Unless you're a wizard.
Unless you're a wizard. So I start people at level 3 with like very specific instructions on like how to get their character to level 3 and stuff like that. So that way they can do some level 2 spells, they get some of the neat stuff. So that's my philosophy. You can agree with it or disagree with it. So I give them the Google Doc, they make their characters, I review them. I make the few little adjustments I feel like I need to. Like, number one, everyone was great about adding their equipment, but nobody equipped their equipment. So I was like, I opened the Paladins page, I was like, your AC is 12, something is incorrect. I was like, oh, you didn't put on your armor. So it's like, I did those adjustments and things like that. So they all came over to my house on Sunday. And so I'm meeting, it's a group of 4 players. I'm meeting 3 of them for the first time. I was like, I love that you're all just like, yes, we will show up at this strange woman's house and play make-believe for several hours. And like, you were all like, yeah, that sounds like a good way to spend my weekend. So I meet all of them for the first time. I have a standing rule that for my long-running campaigns, when I'm running a campaign, whichever player gives the recap at the beginning, I give inspiration to. If I'm doing a one-shot, whoever shows up first gets inspiration. So the person who showed up first, like, you get a free reroll at some point tonight.
I like that house rule, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like for the campaign, it's a good way to reward people for like paying attention, and also being willing to like put their memory and notes on the line. It's like, I appreciate you making sure everyone's on the same page. You get the DM inspiration. And then for one shots, I'm like, hey, like, you were respectful of everyone's time. Here you go, inspiration.
Now, does the inspiration correlate with accuracy of the previous game?
I still give it to them like, they put in an honest effort, and then, like, if there's anything that was wrong, I will correct it, and if there's anything that was, like, what I felt was a big thing that didn't get covered, I will also bring that up. But, like, they were willing to be the one to put themselves out there. You get the inspiration. So we're playing Sheep Shot. Now, the mods, you're familiar with it, the beginning part of it, because that's all we managed to get through. And then, like, people who watched are familiar with the beginning part of it. And then, in the conversation that happened in the D&D channel this weekend in the Discord, it was like, here's the link to the actual, like, PDF of the adventure, so anybody who wasn't familiar could be familiar. So, the beginning of it, and I'm going to try to still keep it relatively spoiler-free-ish, but, like, the beginning of it, like, a sheep shows up and asks you all for help, and, like, other creatures are after it. And, like, in the mod version, Pathos was like, cool, I'll protect the sheep by banishing it while we do this fight. I've had a number, every time I've run this one-shot, it's always been different. I have had people fight things. Sassy, in the version we played with my family, accidentally caught a garden on fire, and meant the entire second half of the adventure was on a timer because the fire was slowly spreading. I have had, when I ran it for Chloe last year, they unionized all of the henchmen in the second area.
Nice. Nice.
And I was like, at some point I will run out of new things to have happen. So what happened in this one is in the sheep portion, I've never had a group not do that fight. Everyone does the fight. And what this group did was do half of a single round of combat and then go, you know what? Actually, we don't care that much. You can have them. And they handed over the sheep. They're just like, here you go.
Nice. I love it.
And their whole thing was like, cool, we want to watch where they go afterwards so we can, like, sneak in later and do whatever it is we need to do, whether that's rescuing the sheep or taking care of whatever is happening. But they're like, yeah, you know what? You can just take it.
What a brilliant move.
So that first encounter that took the mods 3 hours and has taken most other people an hour to an hour and a half was over in 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay. All right, sure, yep. This is what's happening now. So they let the sheep go. Sheep's very upset about it. They follow them back, and end up coming up with this plan to, like, cool, we're gonna go ahead and long rest right now so we can wake up at like 3 a.m. and infiltrate this place.
That's clever. It's
yeah.
clever.
So they did it like that way. Sassy will be happy to know if she is still here. Oh good, yes she is. That they also they didn't catch the guard on fire, they caught the middle portion of the tower on fire, so of course the fire spread in both directions. So burning everything down is a consistent theme that is happening at this point, but just in a different manner. So they ended up, like, doing the thing where they, like, broke in the middle of the night, and they did all the things and it was great, but I love that they were just like, no, you can have the sheep, because I wasn't expecting that. My other favorite thing that happened is one of the people who was new to the game was like, I have a spell that I want to use, but, like, I need to, and I'm realizing in this moment of telling the story, it's like, oh, it was sleep. It had to be sleep. Which was like, it's kind of dependent on their HP. So my question is, like, are enemy combatants aware of their HP? Like, because we were talking about how I will give them descriptions, being like, hey, like, no, I'm not going to tell you they're at this number out of this number, but I will tell you, like, hey, like, they're looking bad. They're looking real bad, like, to give you an idea, because they will start showing wear and tear in a fight. She's like, are they aware of their HP? And I look at her and I go, okay, my question for you is, you as a person, as this person's name, are you aware of your HP? And she's like, well, I have chronic illnesses. So, like, yeah, I wake up in the morning and I go, today's like a 22 kind of day. So I guess what I'm asking is, does the bear have fibromyalgia? And I snorted and choked on my ginger beer because I was not prepared for that.
Maybe Vasile had fibromyalgia for the first couple levels of the campaign, and then he got a feat to get rid of it.
Maybe. Yeah, so I like the idea of, like, she's like, no, I am aware of my HP as a person because I have this I have fibromyalgia. So, like, does the bear also have this? It was fucking incredible. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. We had a grand old time. It ended up being like a 5-hour thing to get through all of it. And, like, the people who were new felt, like, really comfortable with it by the end. At least that's what they told me. So maybe they were lying. I don't know. But they all seemed to have a good time. And it was awesome to get to run it for new people and to get to run it for people who hadn't played in a really long time. One of them, the one that I actually knew, was playing a bard, showed up with a ukulele, and fucking played it every time they cast something and did bardic inspiration.
That's awesome. I love that.
It was so good. It was so good. So I loved that. When it was like, we were doing like the character introductions around the table. I was like, okay, like, what are you? And she's like, hold on, I need my props. And I'm like, oh God, yes, this is gonna be beautiful. And she pulls out the ukulele. She's playing an orc bard. And it was fucking good. So I loved that so much. It was also fun too because I got all their character sheets ahead of time, and we have a 3D printer, so I like had to go off of free files we could find, but I found files that were close enough approximations to the race and the class they had given me that we 3D printed minis for them. So when we got into combat, they had minis. And I was like, and so like at the end of the game, they were like handing them all back to me. I was like, no, I was like, those are your characters. Like, you get to keep those. And like, they were so like the sheer joy from that. And I also had printed little commemorative. Everybody got a sheep mini too.
Perfect.
It was fucking great. I loved it.
I wish I could play. I wish I could play in games and campaigns that you run. If only distance wasn't a thing.
Yeah, we're running into a weird thing now where the game that I've been running, we haven't played since November. And so I'm at the point of going like, I think this one's dead. So I'm like, well, I really enjoyed what I had written for it and the world I had created and the story I had both up to this point and had planned in the future. So I'm like, all right, if I want to recycle this and just go, fuck it, this is going to be mostly theater of the mind because I cannot wrap my head around Roll20. if there was a group I was going to assemble for an online game, who could be in it. And I'm like, who have I told too much to about what this campaign was, where they would know the things? Like, Sassy and Ashley cannot be in it. They know everything. I was like, you know some stuff, but I was like, fuck, like, what do I want to do with this? So I'm starting to consider that if it continues to not be a thing that happens. I am in... go ahead.
I know you can't see my camera because I don't have it on, but I am giving you the eyes emoji right now. Like, oh.
I'm trying to figure out, because like, I loved so much of like the shenanigans I had written that it's like, I can't have people who I told all this stuff to be in it, because I don't want to like change it. So yeah, I'm sorry, Ashley. Yeah. You could join past the, no, you couldn't. You know who the big bad is. You could never be in that one. So I'm considering what to do about that. I'm at the weird, okay, I need to make it clear. I'm at the point of the drinking tonight where I'm kind of in the shit talking part. So, if someone who can see who's in the chat right now can tell me if I shouldn't keep talking, that would be great. Because otherwise I'm going to say things. Maybe I'll repurpose another thing. I'll think about it. Maybe an online game will sort of happen. Because now that I got to do the sheep shot again, I'm like, shit, first of all, I haven't run a game in 7 months. I was terrified I was going to be rusty as fuck. And I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like I fucking nailed it. So now I'm like, shit, I want to run a game again. And I don't know if the other one's going to happen. What is driving me insane is there are individuals involved in that game who are saying to me specifically, oh man, I missed the game. And I'm like, I want to shake you by the shoulders and go say that in the group chat so we can have a conversation about scheduling one. Why are you just telling me? Tell everybody, say it to everybody and be like, I missed this game. We should find a day to play. Do that. Anyways, I didn't wait for someone to tell me that my viewer list was clear. So if one of you is here right now, I love you dearly. I also missed the game. Say it in the group chat, please. I want to do the shit. We haven't played since November. If we get to November again, I'm going to be like, it's been a year. This game's not happening. And I will start chopping up bits of that campaign and turn it into something else. But...
You know, you really didn't have to come at me that hard, Jen.
Oh, God. Anyways. Sheep Shot was fucking great. I miss running games, and now that has reignited that, and now I'm like mad that I want to run a game again, knowing that the other one's not going to happen for a while, because even if someone pops into the chat right now, and is like, hey, we should talk about scheduling one, I know that July is fucking insane for the majority of that group, and so it's like, it'll still be a while, but God, if we could at least get something on the books. Because, like, where we left stuff was also, like, for me as a DM, very cliffhanger-y. Not for them, but I'm like, you don't know what's coming! Ah! So, everything's fine. Everything's super fine.
Super fine.
Sassy wants to join the group chat and say it. That would be very funny. That would be very funny. It's like, I want you to join and be like, hi, hello, yes, Jen has told me about the entire campaign, and I need to know what you guys do with this. So please, let's start talking about a schedule so that way I can get a new update. Oh, God. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got to do the one shot. There's 2 of our neighbors that we met that they want to try D&D, so I just need to find at least 2 other people to get in who haven't played Sheep Shot before, and I get to run it again, and that'll be exciting. And oh my God, speaking of exciting, someone has done a thing! Isla was 60 months of a resub. That's 5 whole years. 5! That's so many. That's so many. Why have you put up with me for that long? I super appreciate it, though. Oh my God, it is fine. It is super fine. Thank you. Holy shit. That is great. We went on a lot of tangents there. Anyways, D&D is great. And I miss it terribly. I'm glad I think if we hadn't also semi-recently had a Breach game, I would have actively died. And now I'm just kind of like passively, slowly wasting away. So hopefully In theory, we have another one of those scheduled for a month from now. Maybe after the event related to the company that shall not be named is over, maybe my other game can finally magically show back up. Who knows? Who knows? And then maybe I start putting together a story for an online game. I hate online games. I fucking hate them. I can't focus. And I think part of the problem is the couple times I've done an online thing, I have watched the other people involved also not focus, and that makes me angry. So I'm just like, I can't do online games, but I also need to do something. And so I have to reckon with this in myself for a while and see where we land.
You know, Jen, often the right path is not the easiest path to take.
We'll see. Jason, I'm saying sheep shot, as in, there is, if you want to look it up, be aware, if you look it up, you're going to know how it goes.
I'm sorry, Jen, what does the sheep do?
Nope, not doing it again. That's the single one you get. It's sheep shot. I call it sheep shot. The actual title is called A Wild Sheep Chase. If you Google that, it will pop up. It's a free PDF. It, as written, is a 4th and 5th level adventure. I find it also very... something seems off. Wait, what? Hold on. I find it very easy to scale. So, like, I'll scale it down for lower level parties. Like, if I'm teaching new players. Or if I've given everyone magic items because I'm an insane person, I'll scale it up. Okay. Oh, no, there's nothing. Okay, there's nothing I feel like I missed. Yes, something seems off. Is it that this man, this Angus MacDonald, is our secret kill everybody in the palaces boy? Oh. What kind of flashback? Wait, why was that the... Why are those the flashbacks? Oh, I wasn't looking at that. Oh, look at me go.
Your Kyoko showing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me tuck that back in.
That's not bad.
I can't wait to see his explanation here, because I don't remember if I talked about on... I feel like I talked about it on stream a little bit, where it's like, I am right-handed. Except for very specific activities, I have to use my left hand. And it's throwing a frisbee and rug tufting. That left is my dominant for those two.
Yeah, I think last time we talked that I shoot pool left-handed and I keep my fork in my left hand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I was like, I feel like I should try pool left-handed now that we've had that, after we had that conversation. So.
Ashley's picking up the vibes that Robbie Damon is laying down.
Oh. Whew. Oh, which one of these do I want? This is a rare. I love all of these options.
Oh, mark it. Someone mark it. I want that to be my ringtone.
Because this feels passive-aggressive. This feels just like the bold, like this feels like a bold, like, hey, like, don't take it easy on me next time. Yep. Fuck you.
If we had the Mass Effect this, the top one's blue, the middle one's red, and the last one is green.
Yeah, this one feels very like I'm on to you. I'm gonna go with this one just because I feel like the moment this kid showed up, I said a thing and I'm sticking with it. So I'm going. I see a lot of things. Fuck off! Fuck you, Angus! Oh no, that felt bad. I don't like calling him Angus anymore.
Ooh, yeah, that's a kid. Hey, dissolving swim trunks, remember? List. We don't want to be on the list. Jen. If I'm a hard one to read, maybe you need glasses.
Oh.
Ooh. Take that.
Okay, I like that. That's good. That's good to have.
Mm-hmm. Justice comes through again.
Goodbye then.
Ugh.
Bye, Robbie.
Ugh. Oh god, it's 10 o'clock. How did that fucking happen?
I know. I miss you too, Robbie.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! Oh, I love this. Oh, this is snarky as shit. Because it sounds like he's hitting on me, and so I like the idea of being like, no, I'm reinforcing the frenemies, thing here. Oh.
We need to help Ashley's fanfic.
Okay, I hate that you said that, but also I love that you said that. So,
You're welcome.
I posted a thing on Twitter the other day that I immediately regretted because the internet seems to have lost all versions of etiquette and critical thinking, and that's an awful combination. But in the tweet, it was something about the rug tufting stuff, and I specifically used the word oil because what I was talking about was trying to figure out what lubricant to use with this tufting machine, and I didn't want to type the word lubricant on the cesspool that is Twitter. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's going to attract some things.
Yeah, that stuff is going to stick despite its actual function.
Yeah, so I was like, I specifically made that choice. So I wrote that. Ashley private messages me and like made a comment about how seeing oil made her want to make a bunch of really bad fanfic jokes that she was going to refrain, and the fact that she thought that is probably the exact reason why I had phrased things the way I did. I was like, people like you are exactly why I said oil instead of lubricant. So the fact that this fanfic fucking came up the other day while I was talking about rug tufting because oil got mentioned.
Yeah. Gotta love the internet.
God, which one do I want to do? I'm just gonna say sure. This feels, as far as the game goes, I'm afraid this is antagonistic. So I'm gonna go with sure. I was like, I like it, and Ashley would have a field day with it, but I'm just gonna let it go. Oh, Ashley, see, there she goes again.
It's so hot.
Oh, see, I hate that you said that right after the conversation we just had on.
She knew. She knew.
Ugh. June is almost over. That is how calendars work. Anyways, I was trying to figure out what oil to use on my tufting machine. Because I know that adding oil to it is an important thing, so that way it doesn't break down. And I was trying to look it up. I was like, what is the kind of oil that I should be using? Because all of these things are manufactured in a place where English is not the first language. And so the instructions are just like, apply? Wow, okay. It doesn't say that.
Maybe it does, if it's not English.
I need to look now. It was like, apply lubricant regularly. That's all it says. It does not say what kind of lubricant. And I'm like, what do you need? So I'm just like, I Google, rug tufting machine lubricant, or best rug tufting machine lubricant. And everything, without fail, the first one is hey, use sewing machine oil. And the second one is absolutely do not do that. Sewing machine oil is made to create grip, and you want it to create slide. Don't do that. You should use WD-40. Next thing, absolutely never use WD-40. That will build up and gunk it up over time. Don't do, and nothing can agree on what you're supposed to use. Nothing. Everything is immediately contradictory to the next thing. And it doesn't matter if you look at manufacturer stuff, hobbyist stuff, professional stuff. Nobody agrees. I'm like, cool, I'm just going to spit on it at this point. Because nobody knows. Nobody knows. But that was what the original tweet was about, was cool, all of these things are contradictory. And for me, the point of the tweet was the funny haha of the anecdote of nothing agrees. This information does not exist from the manufacturer, and when you look up what you're supposed to do, all of it's contradictory. And it's because of course it is. And what I ended up getting for a bunch of responses was just a bunch of people explaining to me what WD-40 was.
It's better than WD-39.
to telling me to just do what the manufacturer says. And just like all these things, I was like, I didn't ask for help. I am insulted that people are explaining chemical compounds to me. And I'm like, it's like everybody missed the point. And I've noticed this more frequently with things not just like on Twitter, but like across anywhere where I say anything. And I mean that here in the stream, I mean that in the Discord, I mean that on Twitter, I mean that on the 47 other social media things I now have to be on that Twitter has started dying. I mean it on Instagram, I mean it on Mastodon, and it's everything I feel like needs, like, is supposed to come with instructions on how to read it and like a disclaimer on what it isn't. I feel like I'm having to explain so much of what the intent of a sentence is. Instead of people being like, I'm going to take the thing you said as the thing you said. And people are like, she said this. Clearly she is asking for help, looking for feedback. Insert any number of things. And it's like, no. It's just no.
I always feel like you need to, who are the race in Mass Effect that can't emote, so they have to say what their emotion is? Is it the Hellcore?
Yes, that sounds right. Yeah.
Like every tweet from you is just sarcasm, everything.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I have to start doing that because I'm spending so much time either pre-qualifying the thing I'm saying to be like, hey, I'm not looking for feedback or input or recommendations. It's like I'm saying this is a thing I experienced and I'm just sharing that. Or I need to be like, or I need to after the fact, like explain that like this was just a funny anecdote. Again, I don't need input or whatever the fuck. And it's like, it used to be very infrequent. Also, hi Robot Monkey, you came in at the time. It used to be relatively infrequent, but now I feel like it's like, it's so constant. And I'm like, I'm the common denominator. Have I broken down? Am I the problem? Like, I'm not communicating well enough? Like, but I was like, I'm not trying to like absolve myself. I'm sure there's something else I could be doing different. But I do feel like it's weird that I'm just like, hey, it's fucking buck wild that all of these resources contradict each other. I don't know how that sentence says, explain to me how WD-40 works. And I was like, I don't feel like that's a me problem. I feel like this is collectively society and the internet and how they absorb information has deteriorated to the point where there is a lack of logical thinking and a lack of the ability to go, does this necessitate a response? I feel like those two skills have just gone to nil.
Seeing Pathos's comment, it just reminds me of the scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I just imagine like in modern days, it's like, why are you laughing? Or what is that? It's a tweet with the antidote. Antidote. The antidote to what? To the tweet you just sent out.
Sassy, I appreciate the reference you're making. That is the exact voice I heard in my head. I was like, it's gotta be me at this point. But also, I can't logic my way to a point where it is me, other than the fact that the problem with me is that I'm expecting a different outcome. Oh, God. And maybe it's just because it might just be that my tolerance has been worn down. It's like a good brake pad. It was great while it was there, and then it wore through, and now there's nothing left.
Like it's like a really great Target sandal.
Exactly. It was great for a number of years, and now it's broken, and there is no replacement. And so I'm just like, I have no tolerance for any of this shit. Maybe it was always a problem, and I could just kind of like get past it before. I can't logic my way to a way where it's like there's a different way I could present information, because I've tried so hard to be like, here are the qualifiers of like, hey, I'm not looking for information or feedback, I'm just sharing a thing I experienced. And it still happens. And so I have to be like, no, it is other people. It just is other people. God. Anecdote is an underused word. Really and truly. Alright. It's after 10. I should just save and be done.
Yeah, have you saved it all?
I haven't! I was playing the dangerous game here. We're gonna... Oh, good, there's only one text, but that's a future gen problem.
That's a next week problem.
Exactly. It will be a problem because I won't remember where I am, but we are gonna be done! Which button do I want? That button! James, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad we got to Uncanny Valley your D&D character with Makoto today.
Oh,
it was fun.
Yeah. That email I was waiting for did actually come through. I just never got a thing on my phone. Cool. So I'm gonna go do some work now.